The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Yes. I feel you, Nick, to an extent, to a reasonable one.
I suppose. When are we gonna go live?
We are live.
I mean, it seems like we are like kind of there-ish right now. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for God's sake,
Yeah,
Sam!
yeah.
You're so...
Oh my God!
No!
Myself?
Oh. No, I'll share the link so you can see it for yourself. But it's a little cursed, so don't worry about it. It's gonna be in the back rooms there. But anyway, that aside, welcome everybody to Sunset City, a Sonic podcast for the modern and classic age. I'm Nick. We got Pup
Hey.
and Suris.
I don't understand what's going on. Why
And
is
Wayne.
this man behind us?
My back hurts.
That's cool. And hey, we have Samuel Layton is here. How you doing, buddy?
And you know, I miss Karen, and she took my wife and kids, and she took all the money, and okay, no, seriously, I'm looking at the stream right now. This looks like the Last Supper.
It does.
It usually does.
What's happening?
Yeah, it usually does.
I like that it looks like you're the oh no, but your head gets cut off by the super chat, so I might have to change that. Hang on. I got
No, he's just
So
he's just
funny.
got
No.
Sonic flossing on the brain.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna put you above that layer. There we go. Now it's fine.
I was gonna say you should just keep me behind it and raise me higher, so every time somebody donates, I just have like a square head. Just
We
cuts
can
me
make
off.
him
Like Mike
larger
Wazowski.
every time. Every time. We
Oh,
get a
no,
donation,
you're
we make
above
him
the-
bigger every single time.
He's above the table now. This is a mess. I've truly messed up my duties.
Your bed is in
If
ruins.
we make him big enough and we just swap him out for the skeleton.
It's fine. We're just gonna leave him there. He's just gonna be as he is. There we go.
I'm just gonna be on the table.
Yeah. If you want Sonic flossing over your head, you got it. You know, like.
Anyway, we have Sam Procrastinates here. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thank you guys so much for inviting me to the club. I love it here.
Thanks
Yeah,
for,
dude, I don't know if you guys know this
being
chat. I'm actually a permanent member too. I'm not even just a guest. They told me like I'm gonna be here every day.
This is
It's
the
crazy.
fourth key member.
here.
I still count 3. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're actually gonna be
damn it.
branding this too to Sam's podcast station.
Oh, for God's sake.
God damn it.
Samset City.
Samset City. Oh no, that's a better name than what we got.
Damn it.
Oh, we
You
have
mean-
to change that.
you
We
mean-
That's
gotta
a good-
rebrand.
We gotta. No, we gotta.
No, I'm hearing you. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Hey, thanks.
No.
Thanks.
I'm on
We
it.
gotta
No,
reach
it's good.
Sam.
You know, it's pretty rare that the guest gets their name in the title of the episode.
We should probably do better about that, considering.
I didn't mean the
you know,
featuring part. I mean like the title pun. I think the last time we had that was Oh Hi Mark with LS Mark.
No, Trey too.
Oh yeah, the train heading for Sunset City.
Yeah. Sam, for those who somehow don't know, what do you do? What's your whole thing?
Oh man. I have this really great job. I talk about Sonic all the time.
Weird flex, but okay.
I think I might need to jump off a cliff. No, I'm a disgusting Sonic tuber. I make videos about Sonic the Hedgehog. I edit videos, and that's my whole thing. I'm a whole geek. In this community.
As opposed to half a geek.
Are you sure of that? Because I don't see a lower half on this PNG you sent me.
I'm in the metaverse. We don't have feet.
Oh, that's ruined that then. Oh man.
We can't get feet to work.
To hell with the metaverse.
Isn't it the meta Arrowverse if it's Sonic the Hedgehog?
Wait, Suris, what the hell's happened to you? Why does it look like you're blowing off Sam under the table? Suris,
No,
what
that's
happened?
not how that look. Oh my God.
What have you
Great
done?
radio.
What?
What have you done?
That's not what that was supposed to look
Are you
like.
are you gonna
That's
fix this
awful.
yourself, or do I need to move you? Like, what's?
I've got it.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Chat, chat, help. Chat, help. They put me in here. I'm not doing any of this.
so sorry.
Oh yeah, we put you in here, all right. Well, Suris did, anyways.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you know how you guys were gonna come pick me up next week? Yeah,
Yeah.
don't come.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
God fucking there it is.
for crying out loud.
Okay, we
Hey,
have got to sort out Suris. This is just unacceptable.
I am fixing it.
I'm just gonna
You
move.
twerp.
Why do you have to do this? Why are you a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man now? Okay, thank you.
It's fixed now.
Come pick me up. I'm scared.
I need an adult.
So what was it you wanted to talk about?
God's sakes.
What was it we were talking about today again? Sonic or something, yeah?
Usually Sonic. That does actually bring up something I wanted to talk about while all of us were here. We actually get to all meet each other. I mean, I've met most everyone in this room outside of Sam, but we all get to finally meet each other next week at Fan Jam.
I'm beating you
Unfortunately.
up next week.
Bring it on.
I've been collecting you people like Infinity Stones. Next week, Wayne and Sam. The week after that, I don't know.
I mean, wait, hold on. You forgot. You're getting Trey as well.
Yeah, Trey I've already met though.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You already collected that Infinity Stone. You're good.
Yeah, he's already in my fist.
He's a charming boy. Crying out loud. Sam, you've been involved with the show before, haven't you?
What are you referring to?
Fan Jam.
Oh, no, I've never been to Fan Jam before.
No. Who's running it? Is it Corey then?
Oh yeah, it's Corey Maru Patrick. Yeah, he's running the show this time. Yeah, you know he's always run it. But yeah, he's running it this year as well.
Oh, that's exciting. I've never been to one either, so I'm not entirely sure what to expect. Maybe it's like Sonic Revolution or something. But hey, if anyone's going to be in Georgia next week, what day is it? The 12th?
November 12th. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if anyone's going to be in that area, November 12th in Atlanta, Georgia, you should probably pop on by and meet all of us. 'Cause we're
Yeah.
both cool people.
I just ordered I got this thing in the mail, this like bulk thing. I'm not gonna give it away yet. That I'm gonna be giving away at Fan Jam. I'm so excited because it looks so cool. I can't talk about it yet though, but it's cool.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's a neat thing, but nobody can know what it is, and nobody can get any context.
No
But
one
we
can know
know
what
it's
it
neat and
is.
cool.
Why are you guys getting closer to me?
Yeah, I was going to
What's
ask.
happening?
What are you doing?
Back off.
You've brought us together.
Just so you know, he actually stands like this in real life.
This is actually a green screen video. I'm sharing my camera on Discord.
It's kind of weird
His
how
arms
your
are big enough to hold all of us.
kind of weird how your mouth doesn't move when you talk there, buddy.
I'm really good at that.
That's awesome.
Well, hey, before we get into any of the actual topics we're going to pretend to talk about today, let's get caught up on some of the super chats here. Sam, if you want to participate, usually what we do is a quick roundtable thing here, and if the guest wants to read them, you're more than welcome to. But usually it's Pup, me, Suris, Wayne, and if you want to jump in after Wayne, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Pup, do you want to kick us off here? We were quite a few. I don't want to
Oh
leave you
wow,
to the end of this
already,
video.
jeez. Yeah, my dollar bills really living up to their names, huh? Okay, so
Oh my God.
that Jordo sends in $5. I feel like this one is aimed at me. Do you pronounce it Reese's Pieces or Reese's Pieces? I feel like this is all a big thing about the whole way I say Pikachu.
I've heard people say Reese's Pieces before. I just
Yeah.
assumed it's a joke and it's funny, but like I also assumed that Reese's put the word pieces there to indicate that it's called Reese's.
Well, no, you'd say Reese's Pieces, so it therefore would still rhyme. I get the feeling Reese's Pieces is the way that Suris fans say it. That sort of fetishy
Potentially.
kind of cat girl way of saying it, you know?
Oh my
mean,
god.
There are
Reese's
literal-
Pieces sounds natural to me.
Reese's,
Yeah, and it's also in commercials. Like that's how you say it.
Reese's Pieces.
This is not a hydrosity problem, I promise you.
A what problem?
Hydrosity.
I don't know that level.
Wait.
You know, I kind of wish
Never said it was a level, Wayne.
there was a store up here in North Georgia, not store, but a restaurant up here in North Georgia called Gyro City, but it's spelled on the sign like Gyrosity. and I kind of wish it was still open for us to go through.
That's actually a way better name though. Gyrosity sounds cool as fuck.
Gyro just sounds cooler than Euro, and it bothers me. Like a fundamental level, I do not like it.
Is it ever Euro? You just said Euro, dude.
The Gyro.
Yeah, Gyro.
It's
Yeah,
Euro.
it's pronounced
Gyro.
gyro.
Really?
Gyro.
I'm learning things.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot here.
Oh my god.
I know that in Germany they pronounce it gyros. It's kind of
There's no. They do.
They do.
No,
No, I'm
No.
not. I'm not dicking around with you here. They really do.
this is no.
Look, man,
Oh.
I don't know what to tell you.
This is the gas that cried light.
No, this
Look, I
really,
grew
no,
up-
this really isn't. I'm being serious right now.
Uh huh.
Cried
I'm
wolf
sure
too
you
many
are.
Times. I don't believe you.
I'm being.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I'm
I'm-
sorry.
We will see. We will see when we all go to Germany, then, won't we?
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
We
How about I
we
just...
even got Tom in the chat, just like criticizing your grammar.
Tom
and your
isn't German, is he? Though.
Man, I'm just gonna message
Euros
my
aren't
artist.
German.
And I know they're
They're
not,
Greek.
but they've got a big. I'm saying that I'm not saying they're the originators of the gyro, you fucking imbeciles. I'm saying
You're
that.
just saying they say it wrong.
Yeah, they just say it wrong then.
I'm just saying.
I mean, okay,
They say
I'm just
it
gonna
the
make
way
it
they say
super easy. I just sent my artist Yara a message that just said, "Hey, how do you pronounce gyro, like the Greek food?" I am going straight past the gaslighting and straight to Germany.
Yeah, go for it, man. That's much better than just assuming the worst of me.
Believing anything you say.
Assuming
Sam, do you
the
like
worst
gyros?
of me.
Oh, I love gyros. I grew up with them.
I feel like I'm going to punch you now.
This is just like the fucking blue-green conversation from yesterday.
It was blue, I swear.
What color is the dress?
Where's Arnold with 1999?
Dear God.
And that's all there is. Thank you.
Yogurt male.
Jesus.
Sam? No.
Is that,
Suris.
is that Xavier? Xavier says it's that guy from the radical from that radical soda video. Yeah, I'm Scott the Laws. I'm here.
Hey,
Oh no! Trauma.
Did you know that
PTSD for Wade.
that Xavier's last name is pronounced Farten? Because it
It
is.
is not.
It is.
Suris, it's your turn.
The Super Guy 55. Thank you for the 459 euro pounds. Pre-ordered PS5 Frontiers a while ago. Got impatient and did things to the Switch version. Enjoying it so far, even though it's a little buggy.
So we're gonna tell you guys right
yeah.
now. We're not gonna talk spoilers. We're not gonna talk about anything that may or may not have dropped online. We're not doing any of that. So if you talk about it in super chats, thanks for the money. We're not reading it.
yeah, we're not endorsing leaks on the podcast.
Yeah.
As it
So-
is, though,
so-
glad you're enjoying it.
All right, Wayne, your turn.
All right, and that was Xavier. We got the Super Guy 55 with 4.
No, Wayne.
Like,
think
Pup,
about
let
it.
him just get to it.
I
God, Wayne.
Like, I'm
We
working on
talked
it.
about this. We
Worked
talked
on it.
about this. God.
Get it.
Don't
I cannot
encourage him,
wait
Sam.
for
Wayne-
you to get over your
Wayne-
fucking waterboard.
I put burger next to the one you need to read.
You didn't say burger when you did though.
I said
You
burger.
should be. You
Oh.
should be afraid to come see me.
No, bitch,
right, we
you're
got-
reading the wrong fucking one.
I would have figured that out, smartass. Anyway, we got Otis Small with $2. Nick, look out! There's a Titan right behind you.
Burger.
I gotta finish that show. I'm in the final season and I just got bored with it.
What?
What?
Teen
Attack on
Titans?
Titan?
Yeah.
This show's great.
I think he.
I mean,
The hit DC Universe show
just-
Titans.
it never stops. It never stops that dead serious tone it takes the entire time, no matter how many giant naked silly people there are.
Yeah. I
I mean,
mean,
it kind of makes sense. Those giant naked silly people kill people, Nick.
This all sounds a lot like a Zack
I
Snyder
will not
movie.
take a condescending tone with the ridiculous faces they put on those Titans. It is hysterical each
Yeah.
and every time.
I mean, yeah. That's just. Well, I don't know. I
It's
would
a wild,
assume like
weird show.
a pretty deeply political series about warfare to take itself pretty seriously.
Anime is just wild.
Anime's great.
All anime is bad.
Chainsaw Man is wonderful.
So, Aiden F sends $5. Sam Bob Squarehead.
That's it.
There it is.
There we go.
I would have had a square head if it wasn't for you meddling kids not donating.
You know
If you
what?
keep donating, I'll have a square head. That's all I'm saying.
Actually, yeah, we can do that.
I mean, we could just make you a Minecraft character. Don't worry about it. Jamal Simmons with $2. Happy B Theory Friday. Milk Bro Forever. Wallace. Thank you.
It's good to see
Go
you
on, Paul.
again.
Jamal.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jamal.
buddy.
Yo, way past cool kid says, "Howdy boys, Frontiers hype as always. I hope y'all are excited for a genuinely fun-looking experience. Also, hi Sam, I love your content and your passion for the franchise and your optimism. Hashtag boobs. Thank you so much.
That's
Oh my god.
That way
That's so
past
nice.
cool kid. She loves boobs.
Yeah, I was gonna say hashtag boobs. That was the best way to end it.
I mean, is that a thing for your channel that I'm not aware of?
No, but it should be.
Okay.
I'm gonna
It is.
implement it.
Pop, what have you done to Sam?
He's a squarehead.
He wanted a square head. I
You could
give...
have at least put him in a monitor if you're gonna do that.
No, he wanted a square head, not a monitor around his head. He wanted a square head. It's on
Sunny
me.
with
I should-
$2 Canadian dollars. Zam Procrastinates, the 7th Deadly Six member.
Fucking...
Also,
I'm impressed.
speaking of things to be impressed with, Pup, I hate to tell you that you're correct.
Well.
I just literally got the message. Wait, really? Why would the G be silent?
How many L's do you fuckers have to take before you start believing? This is the thing.
Well,
This
we're
is-
at 1,
They
so...
think I troll all the time, when it turns out I'm just dead serious all the time. Sam, get me out of here.
No, you are the reason we assume you troll all the time.
I'll fucking kill you, Wallace.
You made you this way!
I'll end you.
You learned it from you!
So,
we'll talk it over gyros.
hell yeah.
All right, where are we at?
I think Wallace is the next reader.
Yeah, with is it Jamal?
Our
Yeah, we got
pal. How will he know he's our pal if we don't say so?
because you just told him, Fox Boy. We got Jamal Simmons with $2. It's canon. Sam Suris is real on Sunset City.
Oh fuck!
No.
What have you done,
Listen,
Suris?
news to me. This
Congrats,
is why we got
boys,
Sam
you've
on
been
today.
No.
There we go.
You're
You
going
know,
I
to
somebody
was-
said
Brazil.
on our Walmart video that Suris looks like looks like the father of Sam Procrastinates. That was one of the comments.
God
Makes
damn
it even
see
weirder.
I live right next to Alabama. It's fine, I
Right,
guess.
that's it. Unsquares your Sam.
It's unfortunate.
There we go.
So,
Okay, Pup, your turn.
Sonic Fan 1661 sends $5. Did you all see the new IGN trailer for Frontiers? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Appreciate this podcast. It helps lift my spirits a ton. New IGN one.
think
Are we
it-
talking about the showdown one with the CGI
Yeah,
stuff?
they
Yeah.
uploaded it a day. They uploaded it this morning, so they were a day late.
Yeah,
I
that
think that's funny.
that was sick as fuck.
I liked all of the showcasing of the parry mechanic. It looked really nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
Wayne, you
always
were-
love seeing Marza animation. It always looks good.
That's Mars in there.
The showdown trailer?
Yeah.
You didn't
I would
think
just
it was
assume so.
you didn't think it was gameplay again, did you, Nick?
No, you piece of.
Can we talk about that? I hate when people do that. I hate. They're like, oh, why does the game look like this? It's like games have never looked like their CG counterpart.
Isn't that right, Nick?
I mean, I've got no.
Isn't
No.
that right, buddy?
Ratchet and Clank looks real damn good. I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. No, if we want to get a topic about graphical fidelity, like games are at a point now where they can pull off some crazy, crazy things.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like I know Sonic fans are used to a certain level of quality, but like they could do it if they wanted to, or at least had the budget to. Like it's not that far off. We're in the future.
I mean, that said,
happen.
like I've seen those animations.
Future is now, old man.
I've seen those animations when he's riding the back of that fish. We're not far off now. We're getting there. We're getting there.
I mean,
On the back of the fish.
the only game I'm like trying to think about where they're. I'm thinking of like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Have you played that yet?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
That's a great
It,
game.
it's really good, and that's definitely like a good example of like a game that looks like something you would see like CG the entire time. But yeah, I feel like that's just so rare. Like we're definitely at that point now, but I don't think it's like the common. What's the word?
Is this a standard?
The standard.
Sure, I get that, and maybe I'm just being a bit too high standards with Sonic in general. But
Well,
like,
Nick, Sega's a small indie company. Okay.
right, exactly.
Go easy on him,
No,
Nick.
like we've had this conversation 1,000 times in this show. Just the way I kind of see it with Sonic in terms of it, and whatever with Frontiers, it looks like a lot of fun. Excited for what it is, and I'm gonna accept it on its own terms. But if we're talking about like the franchise in general, something I've been kind of pushing in terms of like what I expect from the Sonic franchise is like this is like one of the most important characters in all of gaming history, and if Ratchet can get away with it, and Spyro and Crash can look as pretty as they can, like I don't see why Sonic can't as well, and I think they should be there with Sonic. They're not quite,
They should.
but they should be.
No, you're
So-
absolutely right.
That's my only pushback on that. But yes, you guys are right. It does not usually look as pretty when Marza gets a hold of it. So I did have to take an embarrassing L when it comes to arguing about what was in-game cutscenes or not with Pup a long time ago. Like I think it was like which one was it? Do you remember?
It was the story trailer.
Yeah. So I thought like,
was it when like Sonic was like trying to getting Amy out of the thing? He's like, Amy, is that you?
Yeah, there was
No,
that,
before-
and there was him with the Coco
Yeah.
as well.
So I knew that was CG, but I was under the impression like, oh my god, are we going back to like putting CG in the games?
So
Right, yeah.
yeah,
I was
basically,
very excited for a bit.
I was like, so this is obviously CGI. Nick's like, wait, no, it's not. And then we like had a moment of like silence between each other.
it was on. Yeah, it was on air. It was a very embarrassing moment. It was very uncomfortable because I was being a little snippety little thing about it. And then I looked at the trailer the very next morning, and I said out loud to myself, "Nick, what is wrong with you? Like, obviously this is CG." But yeah,
I'm still not entirely over the fact that those new little creatures are just straight up called Cocos, as if they wanted to just erase any subtlety from what exactly they're just aping off of.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they're very blatant.
Yeah,
yeah.
those are Koroks.
I don't watch anime. All anime is bad.
Okay.
All right. Well done. Well, we had a little bit of Sonic conversation for a change. I'm really proud of us, boys. But let's carry on.
We did it.
So whose turn is it?
I think it's yours.
Oh, well, never mind. TVGN 2000 with $5. I'm sure all of us have heard the recent controversy of Sam, in which she absolutely despises adventure and bought AirPods. Such
Oh
a
my
shame.
Jesus Christ. All right, I just want to point out real quick for all the gentlemen and the individuals and the people at this table, even those mushrooms right there, that the joke that I hate adventure is a joke. I love adventure. It's my favorite 3D Sonic game. Don't listen to the lies.
Oh, you have good taste, is what I'm hearing.
But you also don't have AirPods?
I do have AirPods, but because I don't wear them every second of my life like Fidel, apparently I just don't got them.
You know, I'm gonna give a hot take. I prefer a nice wired headphone earpod.
I agree, because when I did stream with AirPods, like if there was too much, like if the game and the voice chat and the donation would go off at the same time, it starts to get all like staticky because it can't take it. The little buds can't take it. It needs a wire.
I'm pretty sure that's the standard, man. Like I was like, I jumped into your stream right after you and Fidel yelled at each other, I think. But yeah, I mean, it was hilarious, but I was also just sitting there like, what is Fidel talking about? What is happening? Like, who uses AirPods while they're streaming?
I didn't even contemplate that. Yes, these are Bluetooth. Yes, I could connect them to my computer, but the way I like look at them, it's like, no, these are for my phone. This is
Yeah.
for when I work out, not
Yeah.
when I'm on a computer. But people are just like, "What? Are you crazy? You don't like to wear AirPods to be able to walk to the other side of your house and still hear your computer?" Like, no, I don't.
I gotta be honest, I think part of the appeal of Fidel is often just not knowing what he's talking about.
I mean, the pure chaos of that man is part of the charm. Yeah.
He's the hype man.
I like
Why
the
didn't
energy.
they just? Why doesn't he just admit it? Like he doesn't want to wear headphones because he doesn't want to mess up that beautiful Super Saiyan hair. Like that's just all it comes down to.
I called BS on that. He always makes a video in the morning of him singing in his bed. I'm like, you didn't wake up like that. You took a shower.
He did. No way he did. Yeah, 100% with you.
He is the
No
only
one's that
human.
beautiful.
He is the only human being on the planet I would believe that is the case for.
Oh man.
These aren't
Like the
these
live
aren't
action
even his
action
final models of AirPods.
I mean, Fidel, I could see as like, yes, an in-game model. Like he just plops down, just fully clothed, and then wakes up like a few seconds later, just as a save file.
Oh jeez. Oh, man.
Mr. SP with a $10 donation says, if Sam procrastinates, how did he manage to show up on time? It's very simple. So what I did was I actually slept up until like 3 minutes before we joined the voice call, and now I'm here.
No, but
Yeah,
here's the thing.
I need to say clarify my joke of Samuel Laytonist, which was not a very good joke. But procrastinates is not the same as being tardy. It's just not the same.
Also,
thing.
it is worth noting though that if he is tardy, it's offset by the fact that I am the stream host, and I was very tardy because I was talking to the dogs.
Yeah, I was just yelling. It is fascinating having you in the house.
They
hearing you
needed
just
to
talk
be
to dogs.
petted. They needed head scritches. It was important.
You messaged me in the middle of the night last night saying like, "Hey, I kind of feel bad. I don't think the dogs know I love them." And I'm sitting in bed, and like, Pup, they're asleep, and he just yells as he can through text, which is all cap locks. They need to know they are loved. It's past midnight.
I
Pup.
bet you didn't fucking tell
what?
him.
No, because they were asleep.
That's the magic of dogs. You can whisper sweet nothings in their ears while they sleep, and then it like influences their dreams.
What?
I gotta admit though, this new puppy that we have, Cricket, even though my wife is the one that picked her out and everything, she's kind of decided like I'm her favorite, so I can't leave a room without her.
She's a
whining and making
little shit, but I love her.
Now it's a puppy for you. But yeah, so what I had to
Yeah.
do when I came into the game room last night to get some work done on video stuff, she was not super happy about me leaving the bedroom, so I had to pick her up and just bring her to the couch in the game room so she could just sleep while I worked on the computer. And she's just the sweetest little thing. Demon, but she's the sweetest little thing.
You always knew when I was interacting with the dogs, especially in the early days of being here, didn't you, Nick? Because you'd hear 3 particular phrases echo down the hallways.
Oh, hell yeah. What was the other one? You ain't kidding. And what's
You
the
know how
last
it
one?
is.
You know how it is.
Yeah. I speak
Yeah.
dog. That's basically the 3 things dogs say. I'm just saying.
Gilly Burger.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Zygarde Lagan, thank you for the $5. Hey everyone, if you could have a Fortnite crossover, what would it be?
Sonic
Sonic.
movie.
Ninja Turtles.
It feels weird to me that we haven't gotten a Sonic crossover in Fortnite.
I want to play as Tom Wachowski in Fortnite.
I think part of the reason is because they can usually take other character models that kind of work over the base animations that they have already, because that has to stretch across like all these different dance moves and stuff like that. That is not going to work well with the Hedgehog.
Eggman
I'm
is the only
only,
one.
I'm
We need
only
Eggman.
asking for Tom Wachowski. Maybe
I mean,
Rachel.
Eggman would work perfectly fine, like Sam said. And like even when they did Rick and Morty, they had Morty in a mech to accommodate for that.
Yeah, but like Sonic and most of the rest of those characters, they don't have necks.
You know what they
It's-
could
it's
do?
kinda like
I'd just say, great time bringing Sonic Man back.
I
Great
would
time.
say do it like one of the little backpack thingies, you know? Have like a little Sonic on your back.
Oh, like the Among Us backpacks where they scream.
Have Eggman be the playable character and have a little Sonic backpack for him. Sorted.
just have Eggman be the playable character, and the Sonic characters are just NPCs. You got to go hunt down and gun.
We need to just have the only character they give us is that little blonde girl with like the porcupine on her overalls from Sonic Adventure 2 that clipped into her mom when she cried.
You play as the gun commander, and the killable NPCs are all Marie Robotnik.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. Sam, while we have you here, on-screen death in Sonic 3 or not?
Say to get on-screen death for
Of
Sonic 3.
Maria.
Oh,
see
absolutely.
There
Oh
we
God,
go.
we need to. In fact, she has it coming. She needs to die on
It
screen.
will be the best scene.
Hashtag cap that kid.
I think she needs to die, or the humanity will face like a huge cataclysm.
I
And
love
what's even the
how
point of that child?
I love how we're all like, oh, it's such a Sunset City specific joke that we all desperately want to see this kid get killed in the third movie. Yet every guest we get on is in complete agreement at all times.
Oh,
think-
dude, it'd be so funny. Like,
It would.
so-
It'd be hilarious.
how? Imagine
that
trying
kid.
to see how they could do. How will they do this in movie form? I feel bad for the writers. They're like, you guys, what with this series? You got to do what?
I want gore.
Yep.
I want to see the back of her head look like a fucking meatball.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
So I think that might not happen.
Oh my
You know, they can always do it off screen, so you just see a little blood splatter, but you
Look,
don't see
all I-
her die.
All I
She then
want to
gets jettisoned out of the ark into space.
all I
Just
want
deflates.
Head
is
just
that
explodes.
as the bullet is about to kill Maria, as the impact is about to happen, you know the finger has been pulled on the trigger. But as soon as it has that, there's a scene transition to somebody just playing a Sonic game, and you hear the rings leaving Sonic's body in the
Oh
game.
my god!
I'm gonna pitch that, but they intercut it. They do one of those intercut things. So they intercut the scene with Sonic flossing.
Oh my god!
Fucking
You're gonna make
Uptown
Shadow
Funk
floss
is
while
playing.
he's getting jettisoned.
The
There you
gun sound of it going off transitions to like Sonic like mid fart.
What was?
I made a joke in a video, but like that'd be a great way to bring in the Wispins, right?
Oh my god!
What was that one gag that they did in like the South Park game where they just started like editing in pictures of sad koalas?
Yeah, over in Australia, they edited the game
Right.
so fiercely. They just for the more gross scenes, they just had tearful koalas.
That sounds even better.
Just do that,
Oh.
but with Chow.
There, there you go.
Have that music like from when you're like abandoning a Chow from or like kicking them out of your garden.
How did this all start? From
Just-
Fortnite skins?
No, I say, yeah, do what Suris
like
said
that.
with the trigger, and then just jump cut to Sonic dropping a bowl of spaghetti, so it's like, you know what happened.
Oh my god. That's some genius editing right there. All right, whose turn is it?
Wayne's.
Sure. I think it's okay. We did Zygarde log on.
Yeah, we
so
did.
I think
I
okay.
think we're on certified
we're on.
nobody.
Certified nobody with $1.99. Hey Sam, I've been waiting for you to appear here.
I've been waiting
haven't.
for you.
I'm just joking, certified nobody. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
It's nothing personnel, kid.
Oh my god.
I'm
All
here.
right, Pup.
We got TVGN 2000 with $2. Sam's prostate station. That's it.
That's my only
the
fan.
tweet.
That's when only. Yeah, that's one, that's one of the YouTube channel tanks. So just hopefully it never comes to that. But that's Plan Z.
The
Fantastic.
Sam Procrastinates Fansly channel.
Only Sam's.
Instead of Sam Procrastinates, it's Sam Edges.
Oh god.
Loud, for God's sake.
Procrastinate.com.
Procrastinate. That's a really good. I never thought of that one.
Well, there you go, buddy. Got a whole line of merch just ready to go.
Yeah. Wow. This is looking more and more feasible the more we talk about this.
Of
This
course.
is why Sega doesn't send us review codes.
Yeah. Way past cool kid with $1.99. I just love booba. My motto, sorry. I think
I was about to say,
Hello,
what,
Moto.
what
You
fucking
Sonic
weird,
fan.
what
my
weird
motto is hedgehogs and
pronunciation.
honkers.
That is true.
Oh.
That is her Discord motto.
Congratulations.
Nick,
All right,
you're-
guys, we are.
you're
Yeah, I know. What do you
bugging
want me
out,
to do
bro.
about it?
I don't know.
I'm getting
can't think
tased.
about it.
I'm getting tased. Ah!
Sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I just need to get a new whatever it's called. You know what I should do? Just test it out. The microphones that Gilly recommended for us. Now
Yeah.
that I have one, maybe I should just swap it out and see if that does anything.
You
I mean,
didn't
that's what I'm
think to
using
do that, like,
right
a
now,
week
and it
ago?
works beautifully.
Like, that thing arrived like a week ago, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, but I have a better microphone. That one's just for the show.
Better in that it fucking sounds like it's fucking drilling a hole?
I don't. It's not the whatever. This is
Dear
not
God,
Shut up.
Dynamic versus condenser, la la la.
Aiden, shoot
my
the kid
gosh.
away! Her head is in ruins.
I love that she's never. It was never a headshot in the game, and we're just making it.
Well, what else?
Wait, no, that's
what
what's
was
weird.
it?
It was okay. I thought there was
was-
an inconsistency with that.
Well, we see her dying in Sonic Adventure 2 when she's like setting Shadow off. So and her head seems fine, so we can assess
Have
that she
you
was shot in the
seen her
gut or
face?
something.
I mean, also,
It's
have
a-
you seen Sonic
The
Adventure
prototype-
2's animation budget? I don't think they could put a fucking hole in her
It-
head, even if they wanted to.
they
It
should though. She
feels
looks like an
it's-
alien.
It feels in Adventure 2, it feels very much like she's bleeding out, like an artery was shot.
Yeah.
Whereas like in Shadow the Hedgehog, it's played out a little more like it was an instantaneous death.
Yeah. I mean, there was a cutscene that was cut from Shadow, and I think that's in the public. Like, people have seen it, and yeah, it looks like she just like immediately got hit or something. Like,
Imagine she just got shot in like the foot or something, and if she dies from that, take the fucking.
like
helmet
ow!
off
Ow!
you.
Just
Guess I'll
screaming.
die. I mean, it's fucking Sonic Origins logic, isn't it? Get your foot crushed by something. Guess I'll die.
what was the cut scene?
It's just like a gun getting pointed, and then there's a cutaway, and I don't think that's in the final game.
It's
I
the
don't
single
remember.
most gruesome version of it. They don't even shoot her with like a handgun. It's like a full-on fucking machine gun at this point. She's like a fucking Swiss cheese by the end of it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sirs, you want to read our up or Zagard's
Ze-
super chat, and we'll get going.
Zygarde Lagan, thank you for the $2. Pup, do you ever refer to Nick as Big Green?
No.
Oh,
I get
I
that reference.
love that dub of Dragon Ball so much.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I thought it was a reference to Sonic Generations, where Rouge refers to Sonic as Big Blue.
No. Maybe?
I mean, it could be. You
No.
can't rule
But
it out.
I mean, Big Green is literally like what they call Piccolo in one of the really shitty dubs of Dragon Ball.
Going by Zagard's name, I'm going to assume that they are somewhat familiar with one of the most popular animes of all time.
What names have I called you so far, Nick? I've called you things.
Just a lot of slurs. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Anyway. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Any other ones we will read at the end of the show. But while we have Sam here, let's
Sorry,
actually talk
did we
about
get-
some interesting things.
Did we get way past Cool Kids?
Yeah.
You're so
Pay
fucking
attention,
stupid, Wayne.
So
Always
hurtful.
doing my best to pay attention. I'm also trying to pay attention to the chat. Leave me alone.
I'm just putting that in there so we know where to begin with the next one.
Ruggers.
Burgers. Linda.
Like Gilly's comment in the chat. Got shot in the foot, and they're like, I gotta put her down.
Maria, more like Old Yeller.
Oh, God.
Gosh.
Yeah, so while this looks like it's calmed down now that Frontiers is finally on the verge of coming out, something I actually wanted to
Oh, good
talk
for
about
Sonic
a little
Frontiers.
bit. Six pup. Now, but last week, I did notice that the fan base was kind of getting a little bit riled up, and I kind of wanted to chat with Sam about that.
No
considering
shit.
Let's do it.
They got riled up. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. What was it about last time? Was it just about like that little glitch and then that kind of just blew out of proportion?
Which one? Because there's a bunch of different frames people analyze, and we talked about forever. Yeah, do you know which one you're referring to? Actually, that's actually like I know we're joking, but I'm genuinely curious. Do you know which one?
Wait,
Well,
Nick,
the one
did
I'm
you...
thinking about. What?
Oh, I didn't know if you meant to refer to the thing that fucking poor Sam over here had to release a statement about on Twitter.
Which one was that?
The
Wait, are
fucking
you referring? Oh, you know
the,
what? Are
the
you
use
referring
of the
to
word lazy.
So there was that one, but there's also. Are you talking about what was shown on the live stream? That end clip with the rail.
I think we're talking. God, there are
There's
so
the
many.
other one.
So
where-
many.
I think the main one people talked about quite a bit though was the chemical plant 2D, where Sonic is supposed to fall from a ramp, but he just
that's a
magnetizes.
he's magnetized.
Yeah.
No, I think this is going to be a broader discussion, more so about. And I know, Nick, I mean, your favorite Sonic game is Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and my favorite game is Sonic 2, and I love Sonic 3 and Knuckles as well. And we grew up in an era where Sonic was, very special in the gaming landscape, and it's not because of his speed, but it was because of his momentum-based platforming. And that's something that has not been translated properly in 3D. Well, I mean, I would say that, but I mean, Adventure and heck, even Adventure 2 had that momentum in the games, even if Adventure 2 kind of took a back seat with it more so than probably Adventure. I think it's more so a discussion about how, when we first heard that they were making this open world Sonic game, when that 4chan post happened, I think a lot of us were holding out hope, like, are they going to do it finally? Like, are they going to have, momentum/pinball physics in the game to allow the player to have full freedom of his movement?
Mm-hmm.
And clearly, if you guys can tell from the trailers, obviously this is not that. Like, clearly this is still maintaining that boost formula mechanic while trying to be something different. It's not like 1-to-1. It's its own
they're
thing.
expanding the physics engine they
The
have
formula.
on hand. Yeah.
But it's definitely not like, where I'd assume someone like me and Nick probably want it to be. And I think more so, I mean, you guys could also tell from like the level design from the trailers, and that's something that I talked about in my videos was, clearly it's not even designed with it in mind, like it's the world looks relatively flat, for a Sonic world. Looks very realistic. There's no loops, there's no corkscrews that, which is, you could tell, like, this is a whole different direction. But I think, when we see that clip and you see Sonic just magnetized, it's not surprising at all, because this game is clearly built off forces, and it was touched up from there. And I think it's not surprising, but I feel like it's not something we should, assume like, oh, this is as good as it gets. Like, no, we should keep pushing for where Sonic needs to be in terms of movement.
I think the big talking point there, because I know that there was a clip released later. I mean, I know there was a clip released later where, like, it was just a glitch more or less, and Sonic actually did fling the way he was supposed to. But like, I think the big talking point there was how the fella posted that clip onto Twitter, and then Sonic fans just fucking jumped down his throat as though like it was somehow fucking. This is like, people were jumping down his throat as if it was like, oh, this is how the game should be. This is good. We like this. Like,
yeah. I've noticed, and I mean, I can, when I first joined this community, I was a petty Sonic fan, feeling the need to defend this series at any turn. That IGN video is a good example.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of people hating Sonic, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to take this anymore. Like, I'm going to be the defender of Sonic. Like, I'm going to defend this series. And I feel like because of the inconsistencies with the games and, such a fractured fan base, fans in the series are very passionate, but they're also, there's some that are like hardwired to like lash out for even the slightest negative like tone toward the series, especially on a game that hasn't released yet. How dare you talk about anything negative regarding this perfect series?
It's never had any hiccups whatsoever.
Never had nothing wrong with it.
Nope, not never.
And I did notice that, and there was that whole discussion about the person going through the loop and getting stuck, and then I also have my own experiences on streams where we were discussing pop-in in Sonic Frontiers, and I went frame by frame to show the exact moment when something would pop in, and I was discussing that moment because I was talking about how it's okay for the game to have pop in, every open world does. I just wish there was maybe a transition animation, like have them like glitch in, because this whole world is like glitchy, right? So have them like glitch in, like something to like at least make it fit with the aesthetic, so it's not as jarring.
Even if it were just a fade, it would still be better. Like
right. But because I went frame by frame to show that off, there was people on Twitter and in the comments chewing me out for like, oh, you're such a nitpicker. You're just going frame by frame. Who does that? Who pauses it and goes frame by frame? It's like me, because I'm talking about it.
At that point, you're just gonna like, okay, buddy, do you like the poppin'? You wanted to have that? Would you be sad if they got rid of it? There you go. Enjoy your poppin' there, buddy.
Yeah, and then there's like that other discussion where, I said, the cyberspace, in my opinion, comes off as lazy, because of course it does. I don't think anyone can genuinely defend that. It's
because I mean, like, even for the stuff we see, it's asset flip from models that they already have, and then level design from games they've already made. Like, in just about every sense of the word, it is even if it is fun to play, it's pure lack of creativity.
The thing
anyway.
is also though, actually no, Wayne, you go. You're quite a rare speaker. Go on, man.
Well, I was gonna say, it was like, it's also building off of a trend that we've been seeing, where the franchise has been using nostalgia as a crutch. So even if it's presented well and everything like that, seeing so much of the cyber stuff, stuff that has been showed off so far, I'm not sure how it looks later on in the game as you find more. It feels creatively cheap. It's like, we've been here before, and we've been here a lot, and especially recently. So yeah, I think it's valid to maybe not dismiss the entire game for that, but it is a valid disappointment.
I don't think we should have to keep specifying that like criticisms aren't necessarily deal breakers. But then like something I was gonna say is there's an asset flip. I don't know if anyone agrees with me here, but there's an asset flip they could have done which would have made cyberspace actually less fucking tiresome, I think. And like, I thought when they said there was going to be cyberspace, I thought it was going to look like null space from Sonic Forces.
That's what I thought.
They could have used those assets and just changed the color from stage to stage, and I would have been more okay with that than I would be Green Hill, Chemical Plant and stuff. But even then, they could change textures. They could make, this is Green Hill, but those palm trees are made of this glassy, sort of holographic sort of thing, Like, imagine like a fully fucking purple hologramized fucking crystal version of Green Hill Zone. So it's using the same models, but they've just put different fucking textures on and neon and shit. That'd be cool as fuck. I'd take that.
Yeah, no, I think the whole concept of, I think the excuse that they're going off is this is because of Sonic's memories, right? Sonic's memories.
That's
here's the big thing. Here's the big thing. If I was in the chair and they said, okay, this is the idea of our game, he has to go through old stages again, though, I would be like, okay, great, that's fine. Don't you dare choose a stage from Generations, though. Like, that's my thing. It's like, you can, if these are levels based off Sonic's memories, why not choose like Mystic Cave or like something unique that has not been translated to 3D yet, to keep the experience fresh.
I would have even taken Emerald Hill, like
Emerald
something
Hill,
like that, like
right?
Just a little bit different. If we're gonna be in cyberspace, just bring in the computer room, just bring in shadow levels. Why not?
Even then, like this stage as well, I feel like if I was at that chair and they said, okay, we're basing this thing off of Sonic's memories, I'd say maybe wait for another anniversary, because we've kind of done that like a lot recently.
Absolutely, yeah. I would have been like, I think like the idea of like cyberspace being like the special stages, right, of the game, kinda like we utilize these to get the keys and use the keys to get the emerald. I think the idea of that is fine, like some sort of like special stage type challenge, but like like I don't think they have to be revisited levels. Like, can they just be something else? But I think I think like the idea of it being like Sonic's memories, though, and again, this is all, I do want to preface that this is all like everything I talk about is public knowledge and stuff that I'm basing just on trailers, so I just want people to think I'm saying anything that's like given away. I'm not. But the whole idea of it being Sonic's memories, and I said this on my videos and streams way before this game even released, or is about to release, I think that whole concept falls flat on its face because the city level is clearly not. It's not one thing. Like the city level is new. It's not a returning zone like the others, and you could tell it looks different.
The
Like,
thing I was
it's
wondering
not-
there was, like, is it by any chance like a speed highway kind of thing?
If it was, wouldn't people have picked out an asset by now that would have been like clearly that speed highway?
Yeah, even if it was like reused
Yeah.
assets, like they've done enough to it that you can't immediately tell, and
Yeah.
that's enough effort as far as I'm concerned. Like, hey, you put in the effort
Yeah,
to bring
at least-
something that's really unique.
Change Green Hill Zone to blue and call it Hilltop. I'd be fine with it. Like, do
Yeah, there you
something.
go.
I mean, yeah, we just make it look more like Sandhill or
I
something.
use
Right.
the
Never
assets
done that
to create
before.
the
Call it-
assets.
Call it Neo Green Hill. Just do something, anything. It'd be fine.
That said, to
Yeah.
be fair though, I would rather they call a green hill than fucking kid themselves with like Splash Hill, for example.
Well, that's a series staple, and they tweak it here and there, but they're at least trying to keep like the general iconic imagery while
yeah, like
changing it ever so slightly. And this doesn't feel that way. These are the same assets from 2011.
Truth be told as
Yep,
well,
we've been seeing these a lot.
I can forgive Green Hill a lot more easily than I can forgive Chemical Plant. And the reason for that is, like, Green Hill, I guess I can kind of accept, okay, that's Sonic's home, why not? But then, Chemical Plant is so fucking situational, you know? It's not like Sonic and friends just go into a chemical plant on a day-to-day basis, right? Like, and I get the context within Frontiers, and I also do want to be careful to reiterate here, like, because I know what Sonic fans are like. If I criticize cyberspace, I hate the entire fucking game.
The entire game's awful, don't you know?
Sonic Frontiers, and I'm basing this off of what my personal preferences as like a gamer are, and what I've wanted from the series and stuff. Sonic Frontiers looks like the fucking best Sonic game ever made. And I might be fucking wrong, but like I'm going into this saying, Sega, all I ask of you is the best Sonic game ever made.
Oh my god.
I think they can do. I'm not asking for the perfect Sonic game. I'm just asking for the best one. Because my favorite one is Adventure 2, and I don't think that's an impossible bar to clear.
It's not an impossible bar. But yeah, no, it's you know, it definitely from what I was saying before, before when we were watching the trailers, like yeah, like this game, cyberspace is optional, and I think that's the silver lining here, compared to say like the metal collecting in Unleashed, where you know that's something that reviewers, all of them, hated, right, and it was mandatory. But like, if you don't like cyberspace, well, you don't have to play them. You can do other stuff, and I think that's great. But yeah, no, I still think it's okay to definitely talk about it and not excuse like getting something that we've experienced again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
And I think the other part too is, especially when you look at the gameplay of Sonic, Frontier Sonic, running through like a Generations level, you could just see though it like it's not mending. It's like mixing oil and water. It's like the Generations Sonic is faster and can drift. Frontier Sonic can't do that. So whenever there's like a turn, he just slams into a wall. You know?
It's just trying to bring back Sonic R. How dare you?
Exactly.
From the footage we saw, there was a Green Hill level that was modeled after Sky Rails, what it looked like,
That looked cool, to be fair.
and like
Yes.
that level seemed to operate really well with the physics that Frontiers has, because that level was designed around a Sonic that did not have access to things like the drift, that did not have access to things like any kind of turning mechanics like that. Those levels were designed for a different Sonic, and the Frontier Sonic looks like he operates really well within that level geometry compared to other stuff.
There's also the
And
Green
that's what I was
Forest
saying.
one as well. That looked fucking cool as fuck.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. Like if they have to use like levels of Sonic's memories, do stuff that hasn't returned in like 25 years. Like do adventure levels, do heroes levels, like go do that. But like you don't do Generations. We just did that again and again.
The thing that also
Yeah.
strikes me as weird about this as well is they're basically kind of like, I'm going by the IGN video here. It's like, we've done Skyrail, but it looks like Green Hill. We've done fucking fucking Green Forest, but it looks like Green Hill. It's like, you've got the assets to actually make these. If you want to asset flip, you could use the assets from Jungle Joyride and combine that with the fucking Green Forest level. And then you could have an authentic recreation of Green Forest. And the thing is, I'm actually much more okay with them reusing layouts from the Adventure series than I am ones that are so recent and so familiar in my head. I mean, personally, if it were up to me, I'd say just have all new layouts, all new themes. But, like, I'm much more okay with them pulling elements from Adventure because, again, they're not so fresh in our heads. But, like, part of me started to question if maybe the reason why we're seeing some Adventure layouts make their way in is maybe somewhere down the line Sega heard there was a want for Adventure remakes, so maybe we can kind of do a backdoor Adventure remake through Sonic Frontiers in some ways. I don't know if I'm completely unfounded there, but, like, I don't know. It's a theory.
I think the fans would appreciate seeing this current team's take or attempt at adventure-styled levels. And I feel like, yeah, it's better to do it, like, here than, I don't know, trying to make a remake or something and it flopping.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if the fan base would be okay. I think it's like a monkey's paw situation, right? Like, everyone who's so obsessed with Adventure 1 and 2, like, do you really want Adventure 1 and 2 from this current Sonic team?
I'm like a huge...
I don't know what these guys want anymore, because, like, you're gonna get these kind of physics, you're gonna get these voice actors, and I've heard a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of you guys don't like a lot of those things, so are you sure that's what you want?
My thing is that as a huge fan of the first Sonic adventure and as somebody who's been wanting something that kind of feels like that again, I have been pleased with what I've been seeing trying to recapture a lot of that spirit, not so much in the cyberspace levels, but in the actual game itself, which would be the islands. I mean, though that feels like it has a hugely magnified depiction of the same mentality those 3D levels in Sonic Adventure 1 had, where it's a hub that they create levels within. The same way that I would look at, say, Emerald Coast or like the second part of Speed Highway, which is both a level you can just run through as Sonic or a treasure hunting level you can run through as Knuckles. I feel like that's a lot of what we're seeing in the way that these islands are depicted, and that's what I can't wait to get my hands on. And that seems to be where the main focus of the game is anyway.
So, I mean, I myself am a sentimental little ball acher when it comes to Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. You know, obviously I adore those games. And I don't know if I'm in a minority here, but I would always rather have a new game than a remake. Like, you know, I already like those games. I'd still rather have a new one. I'd rather have a Sonic Adventure 3 than a Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remake.
I'm okay. I'm okay with remakes as long as they don't as long as they're not like, oh, this is your game for the next 5 years. It's like, no, this should be like a supplementary thing. This is this is a B team project.
I would hand it off to like what they did with Mania, kind of a thing. Like, there are people just biting, itching to just get something made. Seeing the fan community always making amazing proofs of concepts, and yes, folks, I know like a fan game's not the same as
Sega hired this man.
Game. Thank you, I get that, but the point is that passion's there, and it's good to, at the very least, take a look at it and say, hey, you know what? Let's put the foot in the door here. Let's get you started on the path to becoming a professional, because I think the fan base is full of amazing people, and as far as I'm concerned, the best Sonic game in the last 10 years was started off from a very prominent fan, and Mania now exists.
It's so funny too, because I literally know someone that's in the gaming community or in the like game developer community that is capable of remaking Adventure from like the ground up. Mm-hmm. Like, he's the adventure god. And yeah, there's people out there that could do it. They can. Just a matter of
fun time.
Sega seeking them out.
But that's like why I'm happy with what I'm seeing though, is that like yeah, we could get like a full on recreation of that first Sonic adventure. And I would love to see that, but it makes me happier to see a completely new product that's taking a lot of aspects that I love
Right.
from that game and expanding on them and doing something new with it.
Yeah, I agree, and like you guys have already been saying, I'm in complete agreement with that because I've this is not the kind of physics I would want if we went back to more of an adventure focus. And truth be told, like gun to my head, like I don't really want most of those gameplay styles back. I don't need like just the straight up fishing as it was as mandatory playing.
Bored.
I want Knuckles playable again. I don't want him in a a hot or cold set of levels anymore.
Yeah.
Like I would like to see them expand a little bit. Like those were set up the way they were to help sell a Dreamcast, and because of a lot of limitations of the day. Now that we have open zone, okay, let's lay that down. Fingers crossed, it's great, and then let's expand from there. I think that'd be fun. But
I mean, yeah, if
Yeah.
they're serious about wanting the open zone to be like the next thing for Sonic, and they just want to kind of go headfirst into Sonic being like an open worldy sort of franchise, the idea on paper is absolutely sound, and
Yeah.
I'm fully supporting of that because it is quite clear by the time you get to Sonic Forces that with the sensibilities of current eras and stuff like that, like you gotta have a nice high graphical fidelity and stuff like that, and it's harder to build long levels for a character that fucking breezes through them in seconds flat when you
Yeah.
gotta put all that detail in. I understand why Sonic levels did get shorter and why they kind of needed to, so I think the open zone, if that doesn't work out, I don't know where Sega can really go after that. They can just kind of commit to Sonic being short games, but I'd really rather they didn't. I want to feel like I got my money's worth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the open zone format is honestly one of the smartest things they have decided to do in a while. It's like, yeah, let's just make a huge playground, each different from the other, and we'll make a story in it. Like let's not make new unique levels for everything. It helps, and I think it moves the series forward and differentiates it from like its past games.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing so I know everybody's got mixed feelings on things like Sonic X, but like a lot of the adventures in that series took place just in Station Square, not levels attached to Station Square like Emerald Coast and Speed Highway and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So having a big Station Square open zone concept, if we were to get an adventure remake or something with this, and having several missions and several story beats take place within it, because I mean we already had things like Tails' final fight with Eggman and shit take place in Station Square anyway. It's not too hard to rework a few of those things. I think having more of the story happen within the world like that wouldn't be really all that bad.
And I'm gonna say
No,
this. Sorry, go on, Sam.
I just said yeah. I was just agreeing.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say this. I know that especially after like Colors Ultimate and stuff, people have colors fatigue, and I've said this before. I'm pretty sure, but I'm just gonna say it again for the sake of it. If there's one Sonic game I'd like to be remade in the open zone format, it's Sonic Colors. Fucking
Yep.
imagine having those parks, those planets and stuff just to explore
Yeah!
in the open
Oh,
zone.
man.
Get Ian Flynn
Yeah.
writing a new story for it. Hell yeah.
I would kill for a version of Sonic Colors that's interesting.
No, but yeah, like that's my that's the only disappointment I've really had because like yeah, after I kind of came to terms with like okay, we're back to the boost physics and everything. Like let's just see what it can do. Like if I'm not gonna give up on it, then make it the best it can be. That said, yeah, I wanted a little bit more variety in environments. Maybe there is at the end of the game. I don't know, but all I know is Kronos Island and Chaos Island from everything we've seen from trailers.
I mean,
But
also,
that's what I'd like to see in the future. That'd be the way I would improve from here. Is
I am-
get some more Sonicified environments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for interrupting there. I am like kind of impressed with what I've been seeing of Sonic's traversal. It feels like, from what I've seen anyways, if they've got the drop dash in there, they've got the parkour in there, and they've got the boost, it feels like they've drawn some elements from 3 distinctly different Sonic playstyles. So it's like, if they've done it right, Momentum fans aren't completely left in the dust because they've got, I guess, things like the drop dash, and then like Boost fans aren't left in the dust because the boost is still there, even if it's less bullet-like than it used to be. And then for the one person that's a fan of Sonic Lost World, they've got the parkour in there. So like, it feels like one gameplay style to cater to as many people as possible, rather than what they have been doing in the past, where it's like, we've got two gameplay styles to cater to two different kinds of Sonic fans. We've got classic Sonic and we've got modern Sonic. Like, it feels like they're folding things in, and that's something I definitely want to encourage. And my stance on the whole... I hate calling it this, because it's, like, cringe, but the M-word debate, the momentum debate...
Yeah.
How meta isn't the M word is just the most disgusting thing to me.
For starters, I think, you know, by all means, encourage people of all different generations to have open minds towards Sonic, but I feel like the whole... oh, you just said the M word thing is very much discouraging classic Sonic fans from even fucking speaking. And it's like, no, they should still have a place at the table. Like, Sonic games can be great, they can move things forward without necessarily alienating old fans. And I get it. Like, look, I grew up in the 2000s. I mean, I was born in the 90s, but like, I played the classics and I fell back in love with Sonic at the time Unleashed came out. And I get it. Classic Sonic fans at that time were the most insufferable fucking people on the entire planet, but they've grown up now. Like, and yeah, like, momentum should still have a seat at the Sonic table. Like,
yeah, no, I think that whole, like, oh, you just said momentum, you said it. It's, I think it's just like, I think that's a perfect example of how some people cannot stand seeing anyone critique this series, because I saw this when this happened, and it's because I was one of the main advocates for momentum, and this whatever open world game they were making, it needs to have momentum. That was my mindset, and a lot of people around that time started saying that, especially when the game didn't have it. And I feel like, yeah, they start doing that because they want to defend the title they haven't even played yet, and so to do that, they demoralize anyone that advocated for momentum or still wants momentum, and it's childish. It's probably just a sign of immaturity on people that do that.
At the same time as well, I think sometimes the discussion of momentum in Sonic games could definitely afford some more nuance, because like, I think what people are generally actually meaning by this, and forgive me if I'm wrong here, is wanting momentum to be kind of at the forefront of the gameplay style, so it's not like a supplementary thing. Because that was a thing that confused me for quite a while, was when people were saying the boost games don't have momentum, when, like, technically they do. The example I usually go to is, like, the first boss of Sonic Colors, with the big wheel. You can't just walk around that wheel, you know? Like, there's only two mainline Sonic games I can think of that didn't have any form of momentum, and that's Lost World and Sonic 06, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's the thing, is the whole conversation just needs to be bigger, if you get what I'm saying there.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. So I think and this is a great example too, was when I was advocating for momentum, and then there was a clip that went around of Sonic Frontiers, of Sonic drop dashing downhill, and you look at the speedometer, and while he's going downhill, you see it slowly inch up, and people are pointing at me, and they say, "Sam, look, you were wrong. This game does have momentum." I think it's one of those things where, yes, a game can have the basics of, like, Sonic goes faster downhill,
physics.
but
Yeah.
it none of that matters if it's not designed with that in mind.
And
Like-
yeah, a lot of it really does come down to like what that mechanic is being utilized for. I
Yeah.
mean, Portal has momentum, and that can come into play in certain scenarios. It's still not the thing you think of when you think of Portal, but the way that Sonic used to use that as a mechanic, and it kind of structured itself around that, it's like not the most important thing in the world to me when I'm playing, but I definitely understand why it's such a big deal to a lot of players, and it's so central to the identity of how those original games were designed. So it's like I can't dismiss people for for wanting to bring that up. It's almost along the lines of people bringing up they didn't like that there was a lower emphasis on temples in Breath of the Wild. It's a core part of that series, and it can do well without it. Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda, and it's only got 4, but that doesn't diminish, that's something that people really like about that series and what they go into it for. If people grew up with the Sonic franchise and maybe and really took note of why momentum and physics were so important to that gameplay structure, they're gonna miss that when it's not being utilized.
And that's also like, listen, I'm Boost fan #1. Okay, I fucking love Boost Sonic, but like I find it weird how Boost fans are often telling classic fans to open their minds when they're so unwilling to hear what classic fans have to say. And it's like, as a Boost fan, would I be against the idea of an open zone that feels like a skate park? So instead of rails and springs and dash pads and stuff, you've got more like slopes and stuff akin to a skate park. Would I be against that? Fuck no, would I be against that? That sounds awesome. I feel like
Sonic Pro Skater 3.
I feel like us modern Sonic fans do need to recognize that classic Sonic fans aren't just asking for everything to be in 2D 16-bit again. They just want to see more of the philosophy that made classic Sonic great in the 3D games. Does that mean that I love what I'm seeing of Frontiers any less? No, because I love both Boost and Momentum Sonic, but I just think it's silly to try and tell people to open their minds when you're not willing to hear them out.
And I do think it's another thing too, where when someone like me advocates for momentum, I think in people's heads they imagine, oh, so you want the world to be nothing but slopes. It's like, no, like it could be more like adventure. It could have its moments of like being flat and having its platforming parts. But yeah, I do want to go back to like one moment where it's like there's a loop at the bottom of the hill, but to get around the loop you got to roll down the hill. Or you're not gonna make it. Like, but like I'm not asking for the whole game to be like Utopia or what's the Sonic? What oh God, there's like another fan game that's really not
Green
Omens.
Planet?
Project Hero?
Not Omens. Project Hero or all those like fan games that use like the bumper engine, where it's like it's all hills all the time. It's like not it doesn't need to be like that. I just want to be able to like spin dash jump and take a shortcut somewhere. That's momentum to me. That's Sonic having weight.
So the thing is, I kind of feel with a lot of people
thank you, Chad.
is I just think they're being pedantic. Like I should never have to explain that. Like momentum is a foundational thing in this franchise. It's helped make Sonic special because after you're done with the flashy cool things, people are gonna be sticking around for fun physics and gameplay. And that's what the classic games did. And like I've said all this shit before. Like me and Pup have had arguments about this kind of stuff like for months and everything. But like I think we're all on the same page here because we've had these conversations. But like that's why it gets tiresome getting on Twitter about this stuff, because it's like I think Daniel Barnes said it best in a tweet in terms of like what we have right now, where he was like, yeah, my preferred Sonic would be pinball physics in a giant open world. And I'm also excited for Frontiers. I can have both these thoughts. It's like, it's not hard to do that. We all have our preferred Sonic, and that's why I get so confused with a lot of fans, because I will look at specific people who are getting on the cases of everybody else. And like these are the same people who are complaining about the last few Sonic games. Like, what is the priority? What do you guys actually want?
I mean, it's kind of
You just
weird.
want to pick fights.
It's kind of weird when you consider the fact that we can have this I prefer this, but I also like this mentality when it comes to any other video game. Like, I can say I prefer the Resident Evil franchise, but I still enjoy Mario games. Like, it's super easy to have that position, but as soon as you start talking about just Sonic, it's like, okay, no. Suddenly now that idea of having a preference one way but still enjoying other things, it just kind of goes out the window. It feels really tribalistic. It's not great.
It's also just a swinging pendulum, isn't it, at the end of the day? Like, I think a lot of...
Yeah, as people get older.
No, I think it's
Wait
also
till the
like...
Forces Apologist come out.
As a lot of fans are, I kind of lost my train of thought for a second. I think what I was going to say was, as a lot of fans are getting very defensive about the newest thing, I think it has come about because there was a time when there were people that were being very unfair on the newest thing. There was a time when it's like, modern Sonic could do no right, you know. And now the pendulum has swung with Sonic fans so far to the other end that it's like, if you want momentum, something that is a fundamental to Sonic in your Sonic game, you're, you know, just a fucking classic loser or something. It's like, I think people need to realize that maybe you should just have conversations instead of taking an immediate stance and just shouting into the ether.
Yeah. It's not politics. It's a video game.
That's the thing, though. Sonic fans get so political these days. Like,
yeah, no, it feels like I'm dealing with politics when it comes to this series sometimes. It's very bizarre. But that's, you know, and even though we were kind of being all like, oh, Sonic fans, you guys are annoying. You know, this series or this community has like good aspects too. But I think this is just an important like conversation to have though, regarding, especially as content creators, what we have to deal with and how it feels like we're walking on thin ice at every turn when we're just trying to just talk, or when I'm just trying to go frame by frame and analyze something about the game before it comes out. And you know,
Kind of one of the issues of being a content creator is that when you have any opinion and you throw it out into the aether, whether it's on Twitter, on YouTube, or even Facebook, putting out your opinions in that area means you will hit the people who are willing to take anything you say with a grain of salt and go, okay, I can see where you're coming from, but you also hit the fanatics. And 9 times out of 10, the fanatics, they are louder than anyone else. And sometimes it gets really hard to concentrate on the reasonable parts of debate when you're hearing just the constant shouting down of the opinions you're putting out there. It's like a giant wall.
Those are the ones that people are spending those 5-minute warnings in front of videos, like, just so you know, it's my opinion and everything. Like, most people understand that.
You shouldn't have to say that, you know, like...
I mean, you shouldn't have to. Like, you don't
shouldn't have to.
With those people that are just always online, always fighting, just always being a problem. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, just put your opinion out there. You're gonna be fine.
I maintain the stance. Sorry, Wayne.
I was just gonna say it's funny because people like try to judge your entire moral code just because you kind of liked Sonic 3D Blast.
As I always say though, I don't think the Sonic fan base is different from any other fan base. Like, all fan bases are like this. Like, Spider-Man fans especially are a lot like this. And you know, you could ask, okay, why are you having this conversation then? Like, we're not here to like educate people. We're 5 content creators having a chat, you know, effectively, while also trying to entertain people.
I still think it's important for us, even if we are, like, the community has kind of decided, like, hey, we like listening to what you guys have to say, so it is a little bit in our responsibility to have a conversation about, like, how we treat each other in the community. Like, that's an important thing. Just because other fan bases get like this doesn't mean we do not have these conversations. And also because, we're human beings too, and sometimes we need to vent. We need to be able to de-stress a little bit, because that's something you have to take on if you're going to be a YouTuber. You have to be ready for people that are just going to get on your ship because you have a platform. Even if you don't have a platform, like, there are people that are going to be dogpiling, as we were talking about. Some dude just posted a clip, was just being funny about it, and everybody lost their collective minds.
Yeah.
How dare you have opinions about a video game character?
Yep. Shouldn't have put that video. Should have just stayed silent.
So Sam, that's a thing I wanted to ask you real quick. Sorry, Wayne, you look like you're going to say something.
Oh, you're good.
But just like something I wanted, since we know that we've side looped back to this particular conversation.
Oh, stop.
I'll kill you.
Anyway,
Mini walls.
How do you handle dealing with folks that kind of just get on your case, because you are one of the community members that are just kind of more prominent? Like, you're far more focused on your community. Like, I'm very thankful for my fan base and everything, but like I'm very much focused on the video essay side of things. And I'd say you're a much more community focused content creator. Like you do a lot more streams. You're always interacting with fans and everything.
Mm.
How do you handle just the worst of the worst folks that are just on your case?
Honestly, I don't have a definitive answer because surprisingly, even though I've been making videos pretty consistently since like 2017 and 2018, I still feel new.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like especially dealing with large sums of people at one time, I'm still very new to it. So I don't know if I have all the answers to that. And I don't know if I've handled it well. I know definitely at times I haven't. Like if there's I know when early on with the IGN gameplay, when there was a lot of people going after me on online and on my comment section, and I feel like that actually did in fact impact my mental health, and I thought about it, and I was like, okay, I knew this was going to happen one day. I knew this comes with the territory of being a content creator, where I'm going to say something that, and by the way, I just want to point out, the majority agrees with me. Like it's just a very loud small group of people that would, go after me. So don't think like, oh, everyone hated me. That's not true at all. But I think like, yeah, I looked at it and I was like, okay, what like, let's look at it from just like an outsider. Like, what did I do? I saw something in a video game and I talked about it. That's it. I literally based my opinion solely on a video made to market said game. And the marketing video failed. That IGN video failed. It did not get me interested into the game. So the way I handled it at that point when I was on stream, when people were in my comment section like, oh, why are you talking about popping again? I literally at that point would say, if you're not mature enough to handle me talking about the good and bad, you can leave. That's really it. It's like you're not, if you are not mature enough to handle that, you can't watch me.
I mean, that's kind of one of the. So I deal with really sensitive stuff on my main stream, and there's one lesson that's really hard to take in as a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
It's that it may sound cruel, but you don't need every person in that live stream. Some of them are actually going to make it worse for the other people who are watching the stream, or worse for you. And it sounds cruel, and there's always going to be that one person who goes, is he talking about me in the chat? This isn't aimed at anybody in particular. This is just the fact of the matter is, when you are streaming, a heckler can sometimes make or break a stream, either for your audience or for you. It's okay to tell them to leave your stream at the very least, and if it's a constant thing, it's okay to tell them to leave your community.
Right.
And that's a really hard lesson for content creators to learn.
Yeah,
oh
no,
my
that's
God,
something.
Pup.
Yeah, that's something it took me a while to say, and I didn't know if it was important or if it was the right thing to say, because I do remember when I first said that on stream, that was purely emotion. That was purely just, I got riled up, I got heated. I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, you could just leave, like, just go. And I remember after the stream, I was like, heavy breathing. I'm like, oh my God, like, was I supposed to do that?
Yeah, you
like,
feel a type of way after it.
But I realized, like, no, I that is the right way to handle it. It's like if there's people in your community that just cannot handle what you're saying, they don't need to be there. You can let them know the door's over there. Go. It's
honestly,
okay.
A good slogan that you can rely on for stuff like that is, look, if you don't like how I'm presenting the content, then you can become the content.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Like, we will just make a spectacle of you exiting the community.
I think the coolest... Sorry, go on.
Well, I was going to say, I think, like, I think it comes down to what the situation calls for. Sometimes here we just remove people without saying anything because they don't deserve the attention, and we're not going to interrupt our audience's good time by dealing with this jackass. And there are other times when you'll be like, hey, if you are acting like this, and this, you're kind of a dick. And if
Yeah.
somebody's watching this and that applies to them and that makes it feel a certain way, then yeah, maybe think about it, sort it out.
I
Kind of a
And
thing.
and to kind of circle back to the question, just to get two parts. So that's how I handle it. Like, I would say physically, like that's how I I get them. I remove them, right? I don't like ban them, but I let them know like they could leave. I think
Yeah.
mentally though, there's another. That's a whole other thing where when you see someone being a shithead as a content creator, it's very hard not to want to respond.
Yeah.
Because any person would want to respond, but because you have a following, people will look at that as like, oh, you're dogpiling. It's like, well, no, does that mean I can't reply to comments that are like, so I think now what something I'm still learning and something I'm trying to actually get better at is simply just letting that go and just focusing on the positive side of the community. It's so hard to say that though, because I know like I will have a really nice stream and there'll be hundreds of people there, but there'll be one person that's a dingus in the chat, and I will just think about that one person in the chat because I don't know, like that's I feel like that comes down to just having to mentally exercise like my brain to tune that out or to not care about that. And what's helped me as a content creator is honestly laughing about it with friends. Like I'll be like, did you guys see this in the chat? Isn't it? And then like we'll laugh about it like in private.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good way to handle it. Is just you could laugh of the absurdity of it and just move on and focus on the positives and just understand like, oh, like that's dumb.
I don't think commenters realize like just how often YouTubers are talking behind the scenes, and we will screen cap and be like, look at this idiot.
Look at this fucking
Yeah.
moron. So be careful
like-
what you post on our videos now, or else you will become the
like-
subject of our ridicule.
I mean, it depends on the person, though, right? Some people really they like doing that. They want to be the center of attention. They want to get under your skin. They want that free space in your brain, just because there's little agents of chaos out there.
Hey,
That's
hey,
how they-
whoa, don't use that phrase that you so often use on me, on them. Come on, there's a difference. Come on, man. They're not agents of chaos, they're just shit.
Sure. Yeah. But yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But I agree with pretty much everything you said there. It can be hard sometimes. Like the best thing I've actually had happen to me in terms of dealing with that, because I notice I will have a short temper sometimes. But actually last month when I was just in and out of the hospital so often, I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to deal with anything. I just wanted to be left alone. And I was off Twitter for quite a bit. Like I would post every now and then, like something stupid that's happening. Like they're putting me in an ambulance and putting me on a plane to remove gallstones. This is dumb. Or like, hey, I'm alive. Don't worry about it. But for the most part, I was off Twitter.
Yeah.
And when I went back to Twitter, I was way more relaxed because I'd taken a vacation from it.
Yeah.
And while I will still post more of a genuine thought or retweet some cool art or a cool project or something like that, for the most part I'm just posting stupid shit and just not worried about it. I've seen so many people like where I'd usually just respond to like a really stupid Sonic topic, and I would just be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And just carry on.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something that's helped me is, especially in the last like few years, I've definitely lowered how active I would say I am on Twitter. And I feel like the best thing to do, especially in don't get me wrong, guys, I'm looking forward to Frontiers, but like I am so looking forward to 2023. Like I'm looking forward to no news for a while. Because I just, as a content creator who unfortunately is centered around news, I would say like my content is based on news, which I think is something like I think Nick, you should be grateful for. Like you can make your content at any time and people can rewatch it. My content is short-lived. People like to know my thoughts of the current news. People don't remember the news that happened 2 months ago. They just care about the news now.
I feel you there.
So I feel like yeah, as a content creator who is centered around news, it's a curse. You have to be connected. You gotta know when stuff is happening. You gotta be one of the first to upload. It's like a race because that's the job. Like if you're not getting views, you're not getting paid. If you're not getting paid, well, you're also you can't do this for a
It's
living
also
anymore.
do or die, isn't it? You can never take a fucking week off.
And that's kind of
no, you really can't.
Yeah.
And I think yeah, like it's a curse, but yeah, I've learned like I'm just going to upload, or I'm only going to like tweet unless like absolutely necessary, or like I really just want to say something. I'm not going to go hunting for like a thread about a Sonic opinion and engage in the chat. That's my mental my brain can't handle that. There's going to be too many people talking at once, spewing all different types of things. Like it's not going to be good. But it's good to take a break sometimes.
Yeah, and you did mention something that kind of made me circle back to something we have touched on here and there, which was IGN. Sam, I know you and we've started our channels right around the same time of the infamous Game Scoop clip.
Yeah.
The Sonic was never good. Because I'd been planning for like 2 years at that point, like my channel. Like I want to do Game Apologist, and I knew I was going to cover Sonic at some point. I'm still holding on to the Saturn scripts I've created like 5-6 years ago at this point. But I didn't start there because that happened. And I was like, I just have to start from the beginning. And then I noticed like a lot of us actually started around that time because Cybershell was gone. Johnny wasn't really talking about Sonic a whole lot anymore. And like there was like a gap there, and we all kind of rose up around the same time. Ironically enough, thanks to IGN. And now, like recently, Max Scoville, like doing his just like the monthly thing they do there, which is like here games coming out, just flat out was just like shoved back at the Sonic fan base. And
I think it's
like,
a little warranted.
Yeah, like me and Pup has. I mean, I'll give you the floor in just a second here, just to give you your thoughts too, because we have.
I didn't prepare this. I haven't written shit down. It's okay. I'll do it anyway.
No, but like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's kind of deserved. That's kind of fair, because like, yeah, it was 7 years ago. And they've had these other reviews of these other silly little things right there. And like, if you really look back on the last few years of IGN and like who's actually covering the games, they are far more forgiving to a lot of stuff compared to what Sonic fans are these days. So yeah, like having them, like, this is the way I said it, because like Max has been there for a long time, but like he wasn't part of that Game Scoop crew. And like a lot of the reviewers there, they're not there anymore. Like Marty doesn't work at IGN. Like he's over at Escapist, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what Dustin is. Brian's not even like a reviewer. He's just doing his own thing. I like most of them separately because I went into IGN. Like I saw that clip because I was watching IGN. And since then, it's been an entirely different crew. But they are still getting shit on for something that other people said 7 years ago.
I think the important thing though, it's like, while, you know, at the current moment, like they were definitely in the wrong for like, you know, some things they were saying, and like clearly like very like, you know, blanket statements through the whole series. It's one of those things where like clearly they would, if they could walk back those statements, they would, because it was horrible PR for them. You know, they know by now that was wrong. We don't need to hammer it in anymore.
Yeah, and I'm already seeing in the chat here, like, not going to forgive him or this and that. Yeah, like, grow up. All of you grow up. For real.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to go back and read the original Sonic Adventure thing or anything. Like, he's going by, like, just the barrage of comments he's got to deal with. So, yeah, they're going to shove back because you guys deserve it. Like, we all deserve it, and that's fine. Like,
yeah,
we don't get better unless we act better. Like, be the better person.
I wonder if... Oh, sorry, Wayne, go on.
Yeah, I made a kind of similar point. What was it? Matt Muscle said something about Sonic, and everyone just decided to jump on him at once, and it was still going like
them going for more serious stories. And he basically said yes because the thing with the fat man called Eggman needs serious stories.
Yeah, because he's outside of the circles of the fandom, and obviously, like from the outside looking in, everything looks goofy, and it's hard to imagine taking the story seriously. I don't knock him for that. And whether you agree with him or not, it was asinine, the amount of dogpiling that was going on. And I said something about it, and some idiot got on my case about that, and they were like, "Oh, am I just not allowed to voice my opinion?" And I'm just like, dude, whatever. Like, the point is that it's already been made. So continuing to just shit on this guy directly, like going right into his replies, adding him, and just getting on his nerves, only makes the situation worse. And you deserve to be looked down on for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to get any better if we continue that war, and you can't expect people to not bite back if all you give them the shit. Like, that's just how that goes. And honestly, to me, it just looks like insecurity. And I get it. Like, we're all here. Like, we're all in this community. We all stress about whether or not the next game's going to be any good or not. Like, we've examined that back and forth to death. We all love the same thing, but like, we treat each other not great. And I've seen a lot of that. And that's why I wanted to talk with Sam about it specifically, because yeah, it's calmed down now that we're closer to Frontiers. But like, when one clip causes the entire fan base to just lose their collective mind, if we can't treat each other decently, how do you expect this fan base to grow? Why would you expect anybody else to jump in and find what you love about this series? They're not. So just do better. Like, this is not going to be for everyone. Sonic's going to get shit on every now and then. It's up to Sega and Sonic team to prove them wrong with better games. That's just how that goes.
Yeah.
I'll be the asshole and say it's not going to happen. They're not going to grow and it's not going to get better. Like, because by the time we've all learned our lesson and matured and grown up, the next generation will come and the cycle continues. And then they'll grow up, and then the next generation will
guys,
come.
I think Sonic Forces was an underrated masterpiece.
It'll happen. And you know what? I'm just going to be as welcoming as possible when those folks come along. When those folks come along and say,
Wow!
Was their childhood, I'm not going to be the classic fans during the Unleashed era. I'm glad you like this. May I recommend this?
I'm just imagining now there's gonna be some video that's just gonna open up with, "Wow, you're the toxic fans from that other dimension."
Yeah, and I'm not gonna poop on Pup when he's talking crap about classic fans, because like, genuinely, as somebody who grew up as a classic fan, I made it no secret. Like, I think Sonic 3 Knuckles is the pinnacle of a series and has never been topped. That said, a lot of people in my age range think I'm a lot younger than I am. I'm in my mid-30s. I'm an adult man. I grew up with the Sega Genesis. But there are people in my age range and older who are still making things, or in game journalism circles, who've given me shit on Twitter. And the way they talk down, like, yeah, I've tried to do better, because I've definitely given Pup shit, and he's called me out on it. But I keep trying to do better, because I've been on that receiving end just because they think I'm younger than I am. Like, and they've been like "oh, you had to be there" kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of one tweet specifically where I'm like, where Xbox like shouted out the 6th gen of consoles, and they put the Dreamcast in there. And I retweeted, I was like, hey, that's kind of nice that they're acknowledging the Dreamcast, because most people back in the day didn't. And then like, I got a bunch of these old garbage people be like, yeah, it clearly was. And then I get this picture of like a trade show where a Dreamcast sign is up next to a GameCube and Xbox and PS2 sign.
God.
I was like, yeah, that's the one sign that exists. I was there too. Dreamcast was contending with N64 and PS1. It was dead by the time PS2 came out. It's
just look at it's literally
barely.
Like, I don't get why people even argue stuff like that. It's like, look at the facts.
Ridiculous.
Look at the facts. It failed, and they had to go third party. Like, that's the facts. That's the facts. That's it. There's no discussion about like, oh no, it was relevant. No, it wasn't. That's why it failed.
No, it wasn't.
Like, nobody.
Like, the hype was hard. It was good, but it didn't. Yeah, it died real quick.
Like, it was where I grew up. Nobody had a Dreamcast. Everyone had an N64. A handful of people had PlayStations, at least in my neighborhood, but not one person had a Dreamcast during that era at all. Like, it just, I wish they did, but the relevance just wasn't there. I didn't even know the Dreamcast existed until I played Sonic Mega Collection, and I found out that there was an Adventure 1 on a console I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Like-
What really bothers me though, like in that tweet I gave, like I never once said it wasn't part of the 6th generation. I'm just saying a lot of people of the day did not treat it as such. It is the first 6th gen console. I acknowledge that. But the long and short of it is I've been on the receiving end from like older fans as well as the younger fans. We're all jerks. I am a jerk too. I'm trying to do better. Let's all do better. We're all here because we love the same thing.
Yeah.
At the same
I think
time- Sorry, go
I think
on.
the best thing is just just have fun, show that you're having fun, and people can't hate you for that. Just have fun, talk about what you like. That's it.
Yeah, at the same time, call me nihilistic. Like, I absolutely advocate for people to be better. It's never, ever gonna happen. Like, the Sonic fan base is not going to get better. It won't happen. But at the same time, that does enable me to enjoy these fan discussions a little more. Because I can kind of focus on the good in the bunch. And it's like, when I think of the bad, something I do remember is this fan base has a lot of kids, and their thought patterns and critical thinking isn't fully formed yet. So
Yeah,
if you're
I mean,
being an
that's-
idiot, you're just a stupid baby. Go shit in your diaper, you stupid baby.
I mean, to be fair though, Pup, that is a very valid point, and that's something again, content creators, us specifically, have to keep in mind. Like I said, I'm in my mid-30s. I always have to keep in mind, and this is why I love having my wife around, because like I'll just be like, anytime I get like all stressed out about like a Sonic thing, just walk in the other room, be like, oh this, and then like, hey, quills and eyes, and then she just look at me and I'll be like,
It's
okay.
stupid. I feel
yeah,
like
it's aimed at kids. We're still playing in the playground. Let's be the adults watching over the kids, not in the sandpit throwing dog poop in their eyes.
See, my verdict
Yeah,
is I don't think we should do either. I think we just leave them to it. They're not my fucking kids. Why should I care?
There is a difference between us like being passionate about something we love and just taking ourselves a little too fucking seriously.
I say no
I
to
just-
governance in fan bases. Government's already a problem, man. I don't want that shit in my fan bases.
I just point at the Sonic 1 box art. I have it here on my bookshelf. I just point at it and I just yell, "It's your fault," and that's it.
We're here because of you.
Nick,
Yeah, did this.
you kind of brought it up, so I do feel like I do need to throw my thoughts out there just a little bit. Be patient with
Sure.
me if I don't word it perfectly, but regarding the IGN thing, I've kind of made it public on Twitter that I do kind of actually take the fans' side in that situation a little bit. And it's more because of optics than anything else. Whoever wrote this, I'm not holding it against them. Whoever read this, I'm not holding it against them. I might have come across that way on Twitter when I first tweeted about it. But, like, I'm a dickhead too, guys. There's Twitter. But, like, I have been kind of put in my place on that topic. I think their sentiment is valid, but the optics of it coming from IGN are just a bit awkward. That's just kind of my verdict. I can understand why fans do bite back, because they're not biting back against the reviewer. They're not biting back against the presenter. They're just biting back against IGN. They've effectively separated the humanity from the what the fuck is it called? The journal? Would it be a journal or a fucking news website? I
The
don't fucking know.
corporation.
The
Corporation.
the corporation. And that's inevitable. That's the internet when it comes to corporate YouTube. So it's one of those things where I can definitely understand, and I do have quite a sympathetic perspective towards the Sonic fans in this case. I get the sentiment as well, so I can kind of see both sides now much more than I did initially. Now that I've had like these conversations with Nick here, and I've seen tweets from like Sam and stuff, like I can understand these things a little better. And like, even then I've said like Sonic fans are never going to get better. I mean, at the same time, let's not let that stop us from virtue signaling, right?
At the end of the day, it's also we can't hold every individual member of the community responsible. They're going to do what they're going to do. And on the one hand, yeah, if they just want to talk the way they want to talk about this, that, or the other, they can. I mean, people can make their assessment of them based on that. that's going to be the outcome. We can always hold ourselves up to a certain standard, though.
Yeah.
Whether or not anybody else meets that, sometimes it's a little pompous to just assume everybody should think and act the way that you do in a community. But we can always just try to be the best members of that community that we can be, and if people want to follow that, then they can do that too.
With that said, I have a death note, and if you don't agree with me, then your name's on it.
Ah, great.
The Simpsons told me it was a death tome.
You know what, those Suris, that's actually kind of what inspired that perspective. Johnny Two Cellos just recently put out a video just talking about a recent Simpsons episode. Not even just that, just like the fan base in general. It was like Simpsons is known as being this really garbage show nowadays, but like, has anybody watched the recent season?
I have, and they're a lot better than they used to be. Like,
that was his point. Was like,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's kind of what I thought about when I was looking at all these people still mad at IGN. It's like, have you guys engaged with the website whatsoever? Or are you just still mad about it? Like, are they just living rent free in your head? Like, if you don't engage with it, don't engage with it. Period. End of story. Carry on.
But just
if you
admit that you're not engaging with it.
Yeah, but if you are, like, I mean, they're not like an evil company. They're not doing like very sinister things. And while they're not the best journalists in the world, like, I've done reading, I've done research, because I did a whole video on a Jurassic World game where I didn't agree with the review and thought it was kind of shoddy, but I still did the research on what they do there in terms of how they review things, and I still respect the process because there's genuine honesty in every one of those reviews, even if they have to somehow figure out how to stay consistent with that numbering scale and, you know, what a set bar of quality for a game needs to be, that kind of a thing. Like, it's a complicated process when you have to carry that entire label on your back with every review, on top of the fact that, and again, this is why I'm thankful for my fan base, because even if I don't have a review code for Sonic Frontiers, I'm very thankful for my fan base, because I know they're going to watch when I do a Frontiers video, because they expect me to go in, thoroughly analyze it, take my time with it, and get it out when I feel like getting it out. Most people can't do that, especially people with IGN. Like, they have to play what they have, they have to get it out the door. They can't analyze it for years on end and do a 2-hour essay on it. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
that's also...
I'm going all over the place everywhere, but point is, yeah.
That's
all
also
that
like
stuff.
the thing is, I'll say like this, like if they release like something crap, I'll say this looks dumb on IGN. I'm not really pointing fingers at the individual's writing or anything like that. Like, I think a lot about like bad faith criticism and good faith criticism and stuff like that. It's something that I've done a lot of sort of research into, like, and it's something that I think I've grown quite a bit from. Like, if any one of you, or any one of you in the chat or whatever, watched my channel back in 2019 and watched my retrospective on, like, The Amazing Spider-Man and stuff, you know I'm no angel when it comes to bad faith criticism. But it's something that since then, I've been very receptive towards, like, fans of those movies and stuff. And I've completely scrapped those because, you know, good faith, bad faith criticism and stuff is very important to me now. And, like, when I look at, like, journalism websites and corporations and stuff, and it's all paid funded stuff with paid critics and stuff, I find it less acceptable for them to indulge in bad faith criticism, you know?
I don't blame you at all. They deserve critique as much as anybody else.
Because it's
Absolutely.
like, what separates them from just an everyday schnook on YouTube at that point? You know, any idiot can say, oh, I didn't like this, is bad, or I like this, is good. You know, like, I think when you've got, like, a journalist, they kind of need to be able to meet it on its terms and say, is this appropriate, suitable, and of a high enough standard for its target demographic? Can I recommend this? Who can I recommend it to? That's the kind of thing that I think is where actual corporate journalism needs to distance itself from the everyday YouTuber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I appreciate you putting that out there too, because so far I've just been playing IGN Apologist. That doesn't discount everything else. Like, I just push for the other end of things because it's the Sonic fan base and they are known to be very harsh against a lot of folks just because they have a job reviewing video games. But yeah, exactly what Pup said. 100%. I'm in complete agreement. If you are this big giant company known to do this one thing, you are going to be held to that standard, and you're going to be called out for it when you fail to live up to that standard. So, yeah, we've been rambling for quite a bit though.
Yeah,
But I
But it's
think
fine.
it might be time to get over to the rest of our super chats and then maybe call it for the day. Just because I appreciate Sam being here as long as you have with us. It's not
I
eat up his
appreciate it,
entire
man.
day.
Thank you. No, I'm all. It's all good. This is really fun.
Now we try.
It's the coolest
try.
thing ever doing this show with a guest star because you see people whose content you've watched, and you're like, huh, they're a swell G behind the scenes as well. You're a swell.
I'm gonna
G,
say
Sam.
this.
You're
I'm
a
gonna say this
swell
real
G.
quick too, because we've spent a lot of time talking about like the bad actors in the Sonic community, like the people that get under skin and everything. Ironically, we've given them a whole lot of thoughts and conversation when most of the people in our chat are just wonderful, wonderful people. I haven't had any problem with anybody in our chat today, by the way, if anyone's wondering. You guys have all been amazing.
Yeah, he's
And-
lying.
Except Mike.
He's lying about
He's
this.
is
lying.
why-
He's tweeting in mute channel right now that he hates all
It's
of you.
not even
Yep.
just Mike either. There's a lot of you in here that are awful.
If you're all named Mike, I'm watching you.
It's not just the Mikes though. There's a lot of you that are awful, and you need
But,
to
like,
change. Change.
What I, gosh, God's sakes, what I appreciate about Sonic Revolution and what I think I'm going to appreciate about Fan Jam, not only am I excited to see a whole lot of other folks that I've only spoken to online, finally going to have these ridiculous boys all together in the same room, finally.
Yay!
But also, like, what I told Pup on the way home while I was dying, like, what I appreciated was, like, I got very frustrated with a lot of angry Sonic conversation, but, like, I got a lot of perspective when you actually have those fans right in front of you, just talking about stuff that they love. No, it's not my favorite Sonic game, but they're not here to do, like, a big, deep analysis or, like, hold it to this high quality. It's just like, no, I just love this game. It just means a lot to me. And that's beautiful. And I love having those conversations with people. And I'm really, really excited to do that again for Fan Jam. And so yeah, again, like, give it some free promotion here. If you're going to be in Georgia, go to it. It's lovely being in a big room full of folks that love the same thing you love. It really gives you perspective.
Yeah, and it's gonna be great. The showrunner Patrick has been working hard on this event. He's working his tail off, working like late night shifts, overtime to make sure this event goes off without a hitch. So like, yeah, like come support it. Come and have fun. Buy things. Go in the
Spend money.
now. There's also tournaments, artist alley. We're gonna have panels. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
We're gonna have a whole bunch of new products just to promote both Game Apologist and Sunset City at the show too. It's gonna be really cool. We got some really great stuff, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
I was very excited about a few of these things.
Yeah.
You can
All
buy
right,
it,
guys,
but you gotta
but-
promise me one thing. You gotta change. If you're a Sonic
Yeah.
fan, change. If you're here, change.
I can change. I can change.
Stop it.
It might be me next with the super chats,
You
but
didn't
I
keep
know.
in track.
I think
Wow.
so. Oh wait, no,
Sam's
was
the
it the
top
burger?
one.
No, wait, wait. You put the burgers.
The
Burger.
burgers, yeah, the burgers are burgers.
Never mind.
Linda.
The
Burgers.
The burger,
With
Linda.
the burger. We need more
The
beef for the
burgers.
burgers.
Mushroom Kingdom.
Here
Here
we
we
come. I think my favorite one of those was on the night that we got Taco Bell. And we did the Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. But it was just the saddest version of it. It was like, Mushroom Kingdom, here
And
we
Gilly were
come.
so tired. Well, no, I mean Gilly was.
Gilly was drunk.
slosh, and then Ant was just exhausted.
And I was squished.
So-
Oh, you were squished. Oh,
You had
But-
the front seat. I was being crammed with
I
Ant
saw
and
in the
Gilly.
back. One of you hurt
Well,
your
we
legs.
we were a real podcast for a little while there. I was really proud of you boys. We're back to this. All right, Sam.
My
Oh, yeah.
experience with Suris in the car is him feeling cramped between the correct exit and the one he actually takes.
Yeah,
Shut
he gets
the
to
fuck
drive
up,
us
Lane.
more than ever before now.
The man fucking lays in the back seat of the car, for fuck's sake.
We're going to die.
Are you gonna do sleep moaning in the back of the car again?
No, he's
I'm
driving,
the one
man.
driving.
You
You'll
don't
still find a way to
understand.
sleep.
He might.
Multitask.
Wait, he drives.
I want to sit next to Wayne.
I mean, my car does stay in the lane even if you don't touch the wheels. I could sleep.
Wayne, can
Oh,
I
God.
sit? Can I sit next to you in the car? Can I sit next to you?
Sam, do you want to read Stardust Phantom's?
Oh, you want me to?
Sit
Okay.
Next to Wayne.
Yeah.
I mean, my car got in alignment. Is that worth something? All right. Anyways,
gotta
Stardust
get mine.
Phantom says, Sam, I don't know if you've heard this before, but you have the first voice for a Nitro Jobber for a Resident Evil game or a
A
tutorial
Nitro
NPC.
For an intro.
Jobber.
Try it again, Sam.
That is so specific.
Wait, did I say Nitro?
You
Intro.
said Nitro.
Oh, whatever.
Your files are too powerful.
I put the N in front of the I. Did I mention I have severe dyslexia? Like,
Well, you did
Oh,
now.
Well, I feel fucking bad for fucking being a shit.
no. It's no, don't.
No, I'm
I
gonna-
think
I'm
it's
gonna
funny.
feel-
I've done that.
Listen, I'm gonna feel bad just to spite you.
Fuck you. All right.
Don't,
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
don't threaten me with violence.
Man, I wish I knew what you were talking about though. I'm a Sonic fan, so all I play is Sonic games.
Wait, are
We
we?
played Balan Wonderworld that one time.
That is true. I did do that one time.
All
yes.
other
See,
games
now-
are bad.
Now I'm curious because in Resident Evil 2, the guy who does the intro has a real nasally voice, but in Code Veronica is a very deep voice. Like which intro job are we saying Sam goes in, because that determines whether this is an insult or a compliment.
It might just be his own voice is just perfect. Like he could do his own thing and he'd do a good job, maybe. Suris.
Wayne, do you have the Resi remake on GameCube at your store?
I think that one's gotten a little pricey. I can check.
Yeah,
just
Wayne,
realized
do
I
work-related stuff.
You and hey, you and Suris, tomorrow, if you remember, text me the games that you're looking for, and I'll see what we've got available.
What about
Thank you, sir.
Pup? Maybe I want games.
You don't. You don't.
If you go home,
No.
they probably won't work. 'Cause
They will.
Give me a Dreamcast.
depends on the games that you buy, man.
Sam, do you want a Dreamcast?
No,
I got
I'll
an
make
extra
it
Dreamcast.
work.
I want to get. I'm gonna go to Japan and I'm gonna get a Dreamcast there.
Oh, you're gonna get a little blue swirly one.
I'm gonna get one that's colorful and beautiful and cheap.
Boys, when are we going to Japan?
No, I just literally just want to go to Japan to shop.
We're going.
take
That's
us
gonna
to
be the
Japan.
next. That will be the next road trip. Sunset City road
That's-
trip, Japan.
Dan,
No, that
Dan,
genu-
take us in your magic, Mr. Sega. Take us in your jet.
No,
Also-
yeah. I will be the pilot. You'll get there nice and safe. Don't worry.
And I'm worried about it.
Yeah, but no,
Imagine that.
that's actually not a joke though. I'm planning a trip to Japan in 2023. I need to get the hell out of
boy.
here.
Well, the next super chat we have is from Crimson Rose. Thank you for the $5. Hi, I'm currently back in Texas with the trains. I hope that Benjamin I gave y'all went to Nick's medical bills, and hope Pup didn't eat the bill.
I'm
Well,
eating
Pup
it.
doesn't eat. He doesn't eat dollars.
I mean,
he goes to.
technically.
I've seen this man. He goes to the Coinstar and he gets the nickels out of it and he consumes those. He likes the way they jingle in his belly.
No, the truth is, I do eat money. I spend the money on things to eat, and then I eat it.
Crimson, again, thank you for your super generous donation last week and again this week. You're very generous and we very much appreciate it. And yeah, any money we make, whatever portion I get's probably going to go to medical bills whenever those drop. Can't wait.
All right.
Medical bills, here we come.
Yep.
So we got Go Kenji. We got Go Kenji with 5 francs. I hope Sega doesn't troll me. And
Just
what
go.
is so funny?
Forget
What is
about
so
it.
funny?
Forget about it. Just go.
Are you thinking about Watchmen again?
No, I just yelled debt, and that was just funny.
No, I was just thinking about Mountain.
Okay.
Do.
I told you guys it's funny. It's that stupid space.
All right, Go Kenji, 5 francs. I hope Sega doesn't troll me, and after the release, the day 1 edition of Frontiers isn't the only purchasable.
You reminded me of Watchmen.
Watchmen.
No, I kind of.
Gilly did put it in the chat earlier.
There's a thing, right? Is that fucking day 1 thing I don't want the treasurer's box. It's just a way of fucking completing the game quicker, isn't it?
Yeah, just like, oh boy, if I buy the game earlier, I get to play less of the game.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very curious to finally play the game because all those different forms of collectibles. Sega really likes the mobile market. I'm just a little concerned, but we'll see.
I just
Gonna
want to
save
go very
judgment till it's
fast.
in my hands.
I just want to move swiftly as fast Hedgehog.
We'll see. But yeah, I think it's your turn, Pup.
Nah. Okay, so
Oh.
Go Kenji sends 2 Chinese francs and says Chinese francs equal Swiss francs. How?
That doesn't
yeah.
make sense, Kenji.
Yeah, Kenji. What the fuck? I don't
All right,
understand
come on.
this.
Mr. SP gave us $11.04. Thank you for that very specific amount. Sega made a big mistake with naming Sonic 4. Maybe they'll actually keep that in mind if they make Sonic Adventure 3. Maybe they'll actually make the best game they possibly can instead of a cash grab. Yeah.
Depends if it's if they decide, hey, this mobile game would make a good Sonic Adventure 3. Sonic
Right.
Dash will be Sonic Adventure 3.
Why not? It's got a bunch of playable characters. That's what you like about those games, right?
Shut your fucking mouth, Nick. You don't get to fucking whine about being misconstrued and then fucking pull that shit out of your ass. God damn it, Nick. You bitch.
That was a good joke. I'm not going to apologize for it.
Fucking apologize. It's in your name.
Do it now.
Why, you Mr. Apologist, why don't you apologize?
He said it. He said the thing.
He said the thing. That's why I say in front of every single video, Mr. Apologist, why don't you apologize?
Hello there.
I'm sorry, and I'm Nick.
Hello, everybody. My name is Game Apologist.
Yep, just do exactly that.
That's
What was
what I
that
said.
voice? What was that voice?
That's even worse
That's
than mine.
Markiplier.
That was
From now on,
Feel
at
the
the end of your
Hello
at the end of your videos, you just have to apologize to your viewers that they watched it.
We're sorry.
I used to do that before I did Sonic CD, because while I was doing Sonic CD, it's like, YouTube's so fucking stupid. Let's just do that. But before that, it was like occasionally I'd say, I've been Nick, and I'm sorry for wasting your time. And that was, I tried that a couple times. And then Toot Toot happened, and then I still get people like, what is that? What is that from? And that's how I know they're fake gamers.
My
That's how I
brain.
know. Anyway.
Crimson Rose says with a $10 donation, crazy idea. After Frontiers, I would love to see Sega try to do a party game again. Wait, you guys are meeting soon? What a better time to play Sonic Shuffle.
Oh, we have a
No!
story. We have a
I-
story.
Not again.
I
We have
didn't.
played Sonic Shuffle,
Yeah,
the three of us.
yeah, Suris.
Me, Suris, and
Game
Game
of
Did you
Apologist.
actually have the VMU, or did you guys
Yeah.
have to play with? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I set up the Dreamcast. I went out to a game store, bought 2 more controllers so they could play as well.
I especially loved the part where I did nothing wrong, but the game dropped fucking weight on me for no reason.
Yeah, like the AI just destroys you. All of the,
The AI
levels
fucking
are like,
won.
well, it was going to win. I just turned it off and said enough. Like half an hour in, I was like enough, and just turned it off.
I've been subjected to that game once before. I'm good.
It's
Yeah.
real bad. It's
We've
real bad.
We have all already paid for our sins. We need not be encouraged to do it again.
I need more footage with you guys playing it because I do this show called Game Apologist.
I'm game.
No.
Like, my opinion of it was pretty similar to my opinion of Rise of Lyric, in that it's like, there's very little...
Oh my
Look,
god.
shut the fuck up.
If
There's-
that does
shut
not
your
give a
goddamn
good
finish.
fucking e-girl mouth, you fucking weirdo. Alright, so, it's the same in that my opinion is, there's very little for me to like about it, and there's very little for me to love about it, but there's also not a great deal for me to hate about it either. It's kind of there.
got plenty to hate about it.
There's a lot to hate about it. All right, whose turn is it?
I've got Beta Chinoa. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. I'm probably not. Thank you for the 2 Canadian dollars and the heart emoji. I appreciate it. Wee.
Hell yeah. Also, I would actually like to see another Sonic Party game.
Have you played the party mode of Sonic and the Secret Rings?
Oh God,
Nah.
no.
It is
No, Suris loves
actually
that
I
game.
do.
He'll
Hopefully got
fucking-
something to do.
My girlfriend loves that.
like
And
Oh
It bullies me every time whenever I grab the controller, that game is cursed. It does not like me.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel as though the multiplayer mode for Sonic and the Secret Rings, it's several steps above Sonic Shuffle, and it's a few steps below a decent Mario Party. I don't hate it.
See, this is the thing with you, Suris. This is the thing with you. I'll say, I don't hate Rise of Lurk, and you'll be like, oh, Pop, have a good take, oh, Pop. And then you'll be like, so this is why Sonic and the Secret Rings is the best game in the franchise. And then I'll be like, yeah, I respect that.
I thought that was Suris talking for like a second.
I'll be like, that's valid, buddy. You're fine.
Oh man.
Fucking shithead.
Oh
Jesus.
my god. Oh, that was so good.
I think we just had a whole conversation about respecting other people's thoughts and shit.
Not
You
when it
see
comes
why
to
Pup
Rise of
didn't-
Lyric.
Kermit
why
the
Pup was
Frog
quiet?
infiltrated the call and immediately shot
Do you
down
love
that
each
ball.
other, everyone? Yeah.
Up yours,
There's a
woke
reason why he was
moralist.
quiet.
We'll
And then he was
see
like,
who
I'm just gonna be the
cancels
asshole.
who.
Oh my god.
All right, so we've got
I'm gonna
Crimson
put a lawsuit
Rose.
on your ass.
God, enough
Okay.
of that.
Crimson Rose with $2. I just want to launch a ball into the air.
And get a
Hell yeah,
slingshot.
momentum. Marble Blast Gold. Good
Can't do
fucking
it.
game. Wayne, what was that little between when you started reading?
I don't know, man.
So,
Wrap up your turn.
David Gipe sends $5. Sunset City Podcast has outed themselves as a branch of the Restoration. Thanks for sometimes bringing the hard questions. Hell yeah.
Well, there you go. Mike 1911 with a $1.99.
Is he
Thank
good?
you.
Is he bad? Which is he?
Does he actually own a 1911?
He might.
He owns
Did
the
he-
is a
year.
nice-
Did he
1911.
shoot Maria?
He owns the
He
year
is a
1911.
That's when he was born.
I'm-
He's very old.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought that was a car until Sam made it clear that was probably a gun. I did not know.
No,
it
it's
was.
it's a gun. It's a pistol. It's actually the pistol that shot Maria. And I wish I'm joking, but no, that's the model of the pistol in like Shadow the Hedgehog that the gun soldier's holding. It's a 1911. So
Wow.
Oh,
The
Mike,
plot
you're
thickens.
a villain, man.
Oh my
The
god.
big pew pew.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to resent forces alongside Riverfail.
As in the show Riverdale, because that show sucks. But then again, I never really cared about the Archie comics either. But Riverdale
Yeah, I'm
sucks,
not gonna pretend
man.
like I'm not gonna pretend I have a horse in that race. I do not care.
It's a stupid show. Dumb.
I mean, I watched Eye Patch Wolf talk about it. It sounds hysterical. It was one of those things, though. It's one of those bits of media. I would watch a YouTuber talk about it. Don't want to engage in it.
It's a
myself,
CW show, so it's like you're
Right.
better off
Yeah,
watching
all you need
people
to know.
laugh at it than you are watching it. Although
Yeah.
the one good CW show is Superman and Lois. I fucking love that show. That's a good show.
Great. Sam, it's your turn.
yeah, Trey Nobles says Sonic is absolutely supposed to be taken seriously. That's the only way I could feel justified with my terrible takes, to be honest. Trey, I'll be seeing you after class.
Yeah. And at Fan Jam.
Fucking
In a fan jam.
spank his candy ass with a ruler. Fucking spank.
Is Trey
that
gonna be a
bitch.
fan jam?
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get to meet Trey.
No,
Yo,
you,
what the
no,
fuck?
you don't. No, Wayne. You just stand behind me while I meet Trey.
No, we're treating you like like the Sega employees trying to keep people from doing taking Frontiers footage. That's just how we're gonna treat you and Trey.
Yeah. We're gonna fucking put a
I,
plant in front of him so you can't see him.
We're gonna put a plan in front of him and start waving
Oh
our
my god.
I feel really awkward, but I just spent these last couple minutes going over the Shadow the Hedgehog opening cutscene because I didn't believe you, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that you're correct.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's even got the grooves on the back. It's
Yep.
the same pistol. I hate it.
She was shot by
I-
a 1911 specifically.
Mike shot
Mike.
Maria. Mike shot Maria.
Mike, you monster. No, seriously, look at the back rooms. I just posted. It's the same one.
I'm happy
we
to just
know.
take your word for it, man.
I
It's all good.
believe Sam. Yeah.
How the
I
fuck
believed
can
him.
you tell? It's so pixelated. Oh wait,
Look
no,
at the grooves
wait.
in the back.
Nope, you're Americans. You know your guns. I trust you.
Grooves in the back, side in the front, bottom of the slide.
But if you ever need a vegetable knife identified, being British, I can help you out with that. This is the knife that fucking shanked my brother in the ends. In it. Tuesday.
Yeah, no, 911. You know, it shoots a 45 millimeter, so it's a pretty thick bullet too. So
Yeah, that would kill a person
That
in
definitely
most
kill
of
a
the
person,
areas
you
it would
know?
hit.
God
yeah.
damn, I didn't know we had the
Not
fucking
great.
NRA spokesman in here. God damn.
Oh God. Oh God.
Amazing. Amazing.
No,
I
you wanna know how- Sorry. go
I
on.
had an era. After Generations and before Mania. I didn't care about Sonic anymore. When I saw Lost World and boom, I literally dropped off. But I was also in high school around that time.
Yep.
So I was just playing a lot of like Black Ops and like Call of Duty, and that's how I have this knowledge of guns.
See, my
It's
gun
from video games.
my gun knowledge and like regulations and
Ew,
rules
I was
thing
playing one.
is so bad that like at one point we were at a thrift store and Suris asked the guy at the counter, "Is it cool if I take a look at the gun?" And so he does, and the first thing I do is turn to Suris and say, "Point it at me."
Oh my God.
I didn't know that in America
Yeah.
you had all these rules of like, hey, you don't want to end up with like a fucking rust incident, you know? Like fucking
He does that a lot. Let me carry you. Point a gun at me. It's a little.
punch me in the face, Nick.
Yep. There it is.
I just... Next one is
where's-
from Mr. Krabs. Thank you for the $1.99. Soon, the legendary meetup with Wallace and Gromit.
I'm gonna assume that Gromit means me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Obviously.
yeah.
I want to watch that again. I love
That's
those
a
little
good
shorts. They're so
fucking
funny.
animated show, man. That's good shit.
Yeah.
I fucking love Wallace and Gromit. That's one of the few good things British people made.
There's got to be new ones that I'm just not aware of. Right?
Yeah, there's a new
after
movie
Square Rabbit.
coming as well. They obviously like Wallace's voice actor died
Fortunately,
a
passed away,
little
yeah.
while ago, but they've got an impersonator now who does a very good job.
Impersonator.
Well, what else is he started off?
Just a voice actor, man.
No, cockweasel. He started off in the Wallace and Gromit video games when they couldn't get the other guy.
That's still called a voice actor, man.
Oh my fucking god! All right then, fuck me. I'll fucking concede in it.
Wayne, your turn.
Okay. Can y'all give me a burger?
Yeah,
It's
of course.
Grolton and
No
Horfus.
burger.
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 Oh,
Balls
dude,
and
I want
rumped.
a fucking burger. Oh, okay, yeah.
Guys, let's go with burgers.
I'm going to Five Guys. after this
Gromit,
pod.
you want to get some
we got-
cheese?
Oh, you know, don't you do this to me every time? Like, I try to eat better, and then, like, Pup's like, I want a burger. And then I'm like, I want a burger. And then we're all
Gromit,
going to get burgers.
where can I get the cheese from? Are there other British people
Nick.
around?
Five Guys. Anyway, we got Crimson Rose with $5. Wow, Nick hates us. Huh, he kind of took the generous 100 and drop kicked us onto the floor, huh? JK, love you guys.
I don't care if
don't even
JK loves
remember
us.
the
She's a
context of that.
transphobic bitch.
What?
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, he's not wrong,
Oh,
though.
oh, okay. I got lost for a second there.
You got it. It took you a second, but you got it.
That
Said
took a
what he
turn.
said?
What's up?
Nothing. I said he said what he said.
Yeah, he did.
spoke the facts.
Yeah, you're not right. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I was just
Hell
like, what the fuck
yeah,
happened?
fucking based Sam.
I was just like, what did you just call me? Like, what?
Well,
Oh,
it
no,
took me
you're
a second to register.
You're a fucking
Yeah.
bitch as well, Nick, but you're not transphobic to my knowledge.
I know, but I still like the old Harry Potter games.
That's okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. There's
That-
nothing
that's-
wrong with that.
What did
I
I
know there's
fucking
nothing
what did I say? What did I say, Nick? What? Huh?
There's no ethical consumption under capitalism.
There you go.
There you are.
I never. All right.
And that's how we justify Chick-fil-A. Anyways,
Damn it.
Cricket Crimson Rose is back at it again with $5. My God, you're very generous. Thank you. Last question. Oh, I guess you're not so generous after all, huh? Will y'all stream Frontiers on Sunset Arcade? As soon as we get the chance, I think. But we're going to be at Fan
We-
Jam.
Yeah, we'll do our best. Fan Jam's coming up like a couple days after. We'll probably have time before that. So I will need to capture footage, so we're gonna keep it at a tentative maybe.
We've got
I might
like
need to just
one
play
day
it
to
for myself.
do anything like that before, but even then, it's a tricky one for Sunset Arcade because that game is not going to be multiplayer, and generally on Sunset Arcade it's just us fucking goofing and shit. But
It would have to be us doing the thing we did for the Sonic race, where every single screen is shown up.
or we
type
just
of
have
shit.
one of us
kind
have
of-
their screen up, and the rest of us
Yeah.
just play it leisurely,
Yeah.
as you Americans would say.
We'll figure it out. Like I said, when I do reviews and I kind of analyze games, I really don't want to put my experience in with like what I was streaming. Like I'm not a natural streamer. It's a whole other skill set I'm not entirely comfortable with yet. But we'll figure it out.
Would you like some Parmesan on your Tieko?
For God's sakes. All right. Crimson Rose back again. Thank you. The carbuncle ate itself.
It
Oh
did.
god damn it.
Amazing.
The only carbuncle I care about is the one in Mean Bean Machine. Thank you very much.
That's a deep cut. Very impressive.
It is. I love him. Yo, way past cool kid with a $2 donation says Blue Swirly Dreamcast was PAL territory. Nicky boy.
Milky boy. And that is correct. I deeply apologize. Way past cool kid. I think it was just orange in Japan. Was one of them red?
You know, every time someone brings up the PAL regions, I have to mention that Sonic 1 PAL is different.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
We know.
I have to bring
We're
it
on
up.
the internet. We know.
It's like the fucking
We
Trader
know.
Joe's thing and the GameStop thing. I have to bring it up.
No, it's also like, hey, did you know Mario 2 was a different game in Japan? Yeah. The internet knows, pup.
Did you know it's surprisingly easy to mod a 3DS?
Did you know?
Mew?
Did you know?
Osjam H, thank you for the 199. Hey fellas, a little late, but I had AppDoc.
Is that like
Doctor's,
a...
It's from a
doctor's appointments.
That
Well, there you
sounds
go.
like an Apple Mac feature. A feature of the new iOS is the App Dock. That's already a
just
thing.
read your body.
That was already a goddamn thing. Ozjam, stop going to the doctors, man. What are you doing?
Wayne, your turn.
Wayne, your turn.
So we got NekoZeta. Sorry, Jesus.
Faster!
Christ. Give me 1 second. A super chat just popped up. I'm trying to log it.
Hurry up!
Do your job!
God!
NekoZeta. Is it NekoZeta? Is that what we're... Okay, with $10. Hey guys, really late on this, but always wanted to ask, have any of you ever played Sonic GT? And if so, what do you think of it? My answer is no. I don't think I've played
What a
that.
great fucking
Oh
game.
man, it's great. I find it really exhilarating when you're able to successfully like maintain your momentum. It's the same feeling I got in the classic games. When you're able to maintain your momentum and get really fast and find a ramp at a perfect angle and shoot off into the sky. It's great. Do I think that's something I want Sonic to be going? I know a reason I'm saying this because I know that's a topic people talk about with GT. I don't think Sonic should be always that, but I think that's a great formula for, like, say, a Sonic R2, like a racing game.
Sam, are you kidding? You mean to tell me you like this fan game but don't think it should be the basis for every Sonic game officially going forwards? You fake fan game fan.
Yes. I'm sorry.
We say Sega hire this man, but they gotta hire some women too.
They gotta fire this man now.
Sega, fire that woman.
Out of...
Not Maria Robotnik, and I didn't mean like that.
I only played a little bit of Sonic GT, I think, last year. I thought it was fun. Yeah, I don't really have much of an opinion right now because I can't remember a great deal. I just thought it was okay.
So,
Definitely, I mean, as being a fan game, I'm always going to give it more props just because, like, that's just one or a handful of folks working on something. I thought it was really impressive when I played it.
So Croms and Rise sends $2. Maria ate that M1911 chambered in 45 ACP. What am I doing here? Am I reading coordinates or something? What is this? What is this, the weather?
Crimson's just flexing their gun knowledge.
God damn,
like,
Crimson.
Saying that Maria got murdered real hard.
God
45
damn.
is just the caliber bullet. That's all it is.
You got your knowledge about the pew-pews. If I went to go buy a gun, it would be like, does this one do a good pew pew, or is it more of a rat-a-tat? Which is it?
This will kill, right?
This could kill a human, right? Can
This
it
will
kill?
answer-
kill AIDS-riddled space children, right?
Does... Hey, do you think this can penetrate the walls of the Capitol building?
Oh
A gun can shoot off in space, right?
If I fire a gun in space, can anyone hear Maria scream?
They would
Relax,
just-
hoodie. With $10, thank you. You think Sonic Frontiers is just one big apology for the Colors-Forces era? Also, meeting the voice actor for Tails next week. Anything I should ask?
Yeah, what detergent is the best kind of detergent for getting chocolate stains out? Like, I got a really annoying one. So if you
Ask
could
her what she gets from
that.
Panda Express.
There you go. Perfect.
But no, I guess a good question would be, how was it recording as Tails for the movie versus recording as Tails in the games? Was there a difference in like what she can and can't like do in terms of her delivery? Like, yeah,
That's
That's
a
also
real
gotta
ass
feel
answer
good.
here.
That's gotta feel good, like getting to be the voice of Tails in the games and making it to the movies too.
As far as Frontiers, I need to actually play the game before I can really tell you. I've made it pretty clear. I know I do a lot of character videos, but like my priority isn't the storytelling of Sonic games; it's the actual gameplay. And I feel like a lot of folks who focus specifically on colors going forward are more focused on the script than anything else. And I would say Colors and Forces. I mean, really, any of these games I'm looking back thinking are all apologies or corrections, overcorrections of whatever came before. Unleashed is an overcorrection for 06 in a lot of ways. Colors, same way from Unleashed. Generations, they did a great job for what it was, even if it is getting picked apart nowadays. And then again, you have Forces, which is trying to cater to too many people at one time. And again, I feel like they took a lot more feedback this time around, even if they are keeping a lot of the same stuff that they've been keeping since Unleashed, which is the the boost mechanics and stuff like that. They are still splitting up gameplay and trying to pad it out, but they do have an open world and hopefully a stronger script. I would imagine they have a much stronger script.
Hell
with
yeah,
Ian on
Ian
board.
Flynn. Boo, Pontaff. Boo. Also, just remember the mantra. Every Sonic game ruined Sonic for someone.
yes.
In every Sonic game's someone's first Sonic game. They are made for kids and they are made to bring in a new audience every single time.
No, stick with my pessimistic perspective. Fuck's sake. God, you little ray of sunshine. Fuck.
Suris and Wayne, do you guys have any thoughts? Samuel?
I feel like that's a question I'll be able to answer more easily after I played the game.
Valid.
Yeah, I have no idea based on the stuff I've seen. It feels like from the stuff I've seen from Frontiers, there's a lot of love lettering to the fans. But until I have the game in my hands and I can get a chance to play it, I don't know, because I felt like Forces was a lot of love lettering to adventure fans just from the promotion material.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sat down and played the game and went, oh, this makes me commit genocide. I hate this.
But of course, Sega, if you are watching this, we could find out sooner if you provide us with a review copy or something.
We totally could. That's a thing we could do.
I'm just twiddling my fingers, giving the nice eyes, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, flutters the eyelashes.
Maybe we'll boost the game up 2 points if you give it to us now.
Sam, Mr. Sega CEO, give us the game. Give it now.
Sam,
give
please,
it please, in
please
my
give
mouth.
game.
No, I got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I've already
No,
pre-ordered
now.
it twice, but I'm ready for a third copy.
Yeah, open the door. It's a little cold out here. I'll give it to you.
Oh God, Sam's a vampire.
Don't
let him
test
in.
me. I will open the door.
NekoZita, I hope I said that right, says Pup talking like Smallville wasn't a good CW show.
I didn't watch it because, like,
It
Yeah.
is the precursor for everything that it is nowadays. If you're not a big fan of the current CW superhero stuff, you're not going to be a fan of Small.
You see, I remember trying to watch Smallville and I wasn't into it. I feel like people remember that more fondly because it didn't have much competition back in the day.
what was weird is
Yeah.
a lot of people also tell me, Pup, you started off as a Gotham channel. You love Gotham. Surely you like Smallville, right? No, I don't just love Gotham because it's a prequel. I love Gotham because it's balls to the walls black comedy ridiculous. Smallville ain't that. Smallville's like, I love you, Lois Lane. Let's have good sex, bad Lex. That was legitimately a poster, by the way. Good sex, bad Lex was legitimately a tagline for that show.
I'm gonna kryptonite myself.
It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Nick loves kryptonite.
Hey Wayne, what color?
Yeah, I do.
What color kryptonite?
Oh, don't do this. I don't fucking know or
You
care
got the
what all
pink
the different
kryptonite.
kryptonites do.
You got the pink kryptonite.
I was gonna say he gets the red kryptonite so he can kill us all.
No, he gets the pink kryptonite so he can kiss men.
This is very weird.
I think that is what pink kryptonite does.
At
I mean,
one
there was
point
one
in time,
joke. There was one joke in in one panel of a comic. Yeah,
yeah, I think pink
problematic
kryptonite
nowadays.
got retconned. It doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, yeah, I can see why they would want to change that.
Yeah.
That seems like it's in kind of poor taste.
It is.
Yeah.
They could.
I
make it in
was
good
going
taste.
off of the amount of times Wayne had threatened us with violence, but
I want to get off this subject. Anyway, what's the next super chat?
Mr. Krabs, thank you for the $4.99. God damn it! Arg, pup me boy. I came to return your magazines that I forgot I had in my money pit. Also, here's some money for your trouble, so you can buy a burger.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll use that money to buy a burger. And, Nick, we can go to Walmart and steal more of those free magazines.
The ones that say free on it twice on the cover. Those ones.
I
I'm not sure
don't
that's
know, man.
stealing.
I think Walmart's mad at me.
Twice. Literally twice on the cover. The whole time I'm walking out, making me feel like I'm an actual burglar, is this annoying man like, oh gosh, I don't know about this. Like, I was like, they're legitimately gonna think I'm stealing something if I'm walking out with this silly little magazine. You need to stop. All day with this guy. And he has a hard time asking to go to the bathroom. He's fine doing this.
No,
though.
the fucking bathroom thing. It looked like a staff-only bathroom, and you can
Yeah.
vouch for that.
I can. And then I went, turned my head, employee right there, like, hey, bathroom in here?
Look,
yeah,
man,
over
in
there.
England, we
Cool.
don't ask employees things.
Yeah, you're not hiding behind that no more. You have a mouth.
Hey, listen,
Sort
buddy.
out.
Listen, buddy. You disrespect my culture one more time, and that's fair enough, because it's completely okay to disrespect British culture. We are the bad
Alright.
guys, always have been, so proceed.
Wayne, your turn.
Yeah. We got Crimson Rose with $2. Clickety clackety, Clock Maria ate a clock. Bane.
God.
Clickety clackety clock, Maria ate a Glock.
Oh,
Bang.
okay.
was fire.
I fucked that up, but Jesus.
If her age is on the clock, she's ready for the Glock.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Oh.
Thanks for being on the
Suris.
show today, Sam.
Suris. Dude, if you
He's
could
just
get...
he's
Oh
just
my
in there
God.
to make eye contact, put a hand up to his face anytime we walk by during fan chat. Sam,
If
Sam?
you, the thing
I don't know
is,
him. I don't know him.
The thing is, Suris, if you get me going, oh, jeez, you know you fucked up.
Oh boy, it's like the 15th time I've made that joke.
Yeah. Fine.
So, a bit of Jordan, only a bit, not the whole thing, sends $5 and says, hello again from Sonic Revolution. Thanks again for all the advice with getting started. Uploaded my first video last night. Let me know what you think. Oh my god, he actually did it, Nick. He did it. Hell yeah, bit of Jordan. I'm gonna find that bloody video.
I'm glad you took that to heart, because like I mean, you and Chowmix are giving like genuine great advice, and all I was saying is like, just do it, get it done, just do it.
Yeah,
like,
Nick, you're fucking
stop
useless,
worrying about
bro.
the little things.
But a bit of Jordan. Let me just add that to my watch later. And
We promised we're gonna watch it. We're gonna give this a watch.
Susan
as
still
soon as
needs
we
to
come
put you
the
in the algorithm, so if you just send me a link on my Twitter DMs or something like that.
If you're still here, drop a link. We're gonna keep a lookout on the chat, and we will grab it from there. And everyone in chat, let's go support a new YouTuber.
Let's go
It's
make a
their
new big
first
YouTuber.
video. Yeah.
Let's make him bigger than
Unless it's
Wayne. Fuck
extremely
Wayne.
Watch, it's just like the most problematic thing.
Yes. Can you imagine?
Sonic and the Race Wars. Like, oh no. Oh no.
Why Sonic should never be trans.
Oh my god. Here's I set up
get
a
off this
sacrifice for your
ride?
Dark Lord Sonic the Hedgehog.
Why Sonic
All
is
right.
just
Is that
woke
Sonic
trash these
EXE?
days.
Oh my gosh. All right, where are we at?
I think you're at.
OzJam. Here we go. All right, OzJam H with $5. Thank you. AppDoc isn't a doctor. He was doing some uptalk business.
Oh, for fuck's
As he
sake.
procrastinate. Better than Mr. Sammy product here. Also drink gamer juice, my two pros. What was that entire
Hey.
sentence?
Semi product. That's my corporate name. You can't just
Oh,
say
is
that.
it?
Sammy
Mr.
product.
Oh my god. Sega Sammy. It all
Oh
makes sense.
no!
I
Yeah,
bet
I
that's
put
the
the
first
Sam-
time anyone made that joke.
I
bet
put the
that's first
Sammy
one.
in Sega, if you know what I mean. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Can you imagine if there
Mr.
literally was
Sega.
a CEO for Sega that just did like a side YouTube channel nobody knew about? They got popularity, and then just one day there's a big reveal, and it's just Sam.
You'd know it. No. If it wasn't Sam though, you'd know it because it'd be like, why Sonic Forces is actually really good, but they've still they've still improved.
I can't wait for that video title to drop, and I'm gonna lose my mind. Sonic Forces is good, actually. Can't stand it.
Actually,
E Critique just dropped Sonic something. I think it was Secret Rings. Secret Rings was good actually, or something. And I yelled at them about it. Just to
actually
go
though,
spoil
Trader
it.
Joe's actually did betray Aldi, because they wanted to sell cigarettes.
Nick, I'm gonna make that video just for you, ahead of all of the
You
actual
are the
Forces
exact
apologists.
person I would expect you to do that.
Suris, can you please actually make a full video of who Trader Joe actually betrayed?
Will you edit it?
Yeah. I'll fucking make the
Okay.
video for. I'll literally do the narration and everything for you if you want.
I'm
is this
2,000 words into the Shadow script. I'll gladly take a break from that.
Yeah, I'll even put it on my channel as well, just to alleviate things for you.
Excellent.
The
Damn,
next
you're up with the last
donation
one.
is Mr. Krabs. Did you want to do the voice, or am I just reading this?
Do the voice, Sam. Go on.
No,
Sam.
I can't do the voice.
Do the
I
voice.
am not doing Mr.
Do it
Krabs.
to the best of your ability, Sam.
Oh fuck! All right,
You got this. We believe.
let me sit up. This is serious. All right. Arg!
Yes.
Christmas season is around the corner. What y'all want from? I'm just reading it normally. Fuck it. What y'all want from Santa Robotnik and his two trusted reindeer Scratch and Grinder for Xmas?
For starters, it's Robotnik laws. Get it right, Mr. Krabs. For
I
fuck's
get a
sake.
copy of Sonic Frontiers on every medium, including the ones it's not released on. Can I get Sonic Frontiers for the Gamecom, please?
Can I get a review copy and get it before Christmas?
Can I get the Tokyo Game Show Sonic 1 prototype?
Like
That
some
would
SD
actually be a
cards
good
and
get.
more hard drives.
It'd probably be like 5 seconds long, but yeah, it'd be cool.
I want to hear Vandalize, but as interpreted by the Game Boy Advance sound chip. Yeah. Oh my
We
god.
have YouTubers that will just do that, man.
Can I get a
Like,
copy?
they're just,
No,
that's
someone's
happening,
already
I'm
done
sure.
it. Like Nick, I used a great remix by Mr. Shoemaker. Also credited him in one of your videos, the one about the Sonic Frontiers comics. So yeah, it's been done.
Was that more of an 8-bit?
No, it was 16-bit.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, no. If I can just get a copy of Sonic Frontiers with the "Fuck the Pain Away" version of the song in it, then yeah, that would be my Christmas complete.
Sonic fuck tears.
Just with random swearing in it at just random points.
That's great. Roger's running around. Fuck!
That fucking weird zap glyph at the end of all the trailers. Just change that to fuck.
Yeah, the cliff just says fuck.
Imagine that reveal
Lift
trailer.
the pain away.
Oh,
Oh
good
man.
stuff. Guys, thank you for all the super chats. We're all done with them. So I mean, the cutoffs already happened, and we're gonna call it for the day. I'd like to know what everyone's up to these days. We're gonna start with Pup. What are you working on?
Oh fuck, you put me on the spot, man. I guess I'm gonna do one more last video before Frontiers comes out, talking about now that we kind of know what this game is, with all said and done, here's the things I want to see from it. So like, I guess the Sonic Frontiers checklist in a way. So that way, once the game comes out, I can be like, okay, did I get what I wanted? And is it still good on its own terms? I think the game's going to be fucking amazing. I think it's going to be the best shit ever. I fully expect that, and if it doesn't do that, I'm gonna be so mad. But like, yeah, that's me. Fuck you all.
Suris.
So I did just release the "What If Shadow the Hedgehog Stayed Dead" video. For those who haven't checked that out already, and that video is doing way better than I thought it would. So I'm actually in the middle of scripting Shadow the Hedgehog, if Shadow the Hedgehog were dead. Going through that whole fustercluck of a story.
Oh no.
And then I've also, yes, it's time to die.
Are you just gonna, are you gonna like put on your thumbnail just the cover of Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, just without Shadow on it?
That would be
It's
so...
just
put the Hedgehog as well.
it'll just say the Hedgehog.
Just a floating
That's it.
gun in the air as well.
It reminds me of like somebody I follow on Twitter posted a picture of like Scout the Waz's set, except he was gone and it just said, "What if it was all a dream?"
Oh no, Wayne! Oh no, he got you.
Well, I will say, as I'm going through that story, I'm like realizing there are some characters that just have no business doing shit without Shadow there. So I'm having some fun with it. I also recently started another channel called Suris TCG. Originally I had NekoSuris covering all of my gaming stuff, card game and video game stuff. I've decided I'm not going to do that. I'm splitting those two up. So I've got one video up on the Suris TCG channel, and then one video up on what's now the Suris Vidya channel for talking about video games specifically over there. And yeah, that's it. That's my shit at the moment.
Excellent. Wayne, what are you up to?
I'm finishing up the Batman video. Hopefully that's going to be out within the next few days, at least for patrons. I really want to get it done before we leave for Fan Jam. I'm going to do my best, but I'm cranking in as like basically like a week and a half worth of shifts into the next like 5-6 days, just so I'm not losing money by going on this trip.
Valid. And before we put it over to our amazing guest here, yeah, I've made some videos fairly recently. I think we just did Scrapnik Island. I'm going to get a video done by Monday, and I'm very excited. It's kind of an experiment. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. So I really hope you guys stick around and show a bit of support for that. And yeah, a bit of Jordan, post the link in the comments. Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. So once this is wrapped up, be sure to show a bit of Jordan some love too, and follow all of our YouTube channels and all that fun stuff. And before I put it over to Sam, I also wanted to shout out, because we did not say it up front. You might have noticed we have a new banner. You can thank the incredibly talented Stevie Cole for putting that together very quickly too, alarmingly quickly, because we needed something for Fan Jam and for the future. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm on it. Don't even worry about it." And then like a couple hours later, just look at it. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So thank you, Stevie, and be sure to follow her on Twitter and all that fun stuff if you want to see some incredible art. But yeah, all that said, Sam,
Hello.
what are you up to?
I got a lot of really, really interesting and a lot of fun stuff planned for the future of my channel. Forces and Mania kind of built my channel. It was the foundation of it starting. So I look at Frontiers as kind of a new era for my channel as well. So I'm working on a lot of new stuff that you guys will be seeing very soon in the next couple of days, actually. So yeah, just stay tuned to the channel. Working hard on some reviews, and yeah, just stay tuned, and a lot of great stuff is coming out.
We're also going to go ahead and drop his channel in the chat here and in the comments, just in case you have not, for some reason, checked out Sam Procrastinates.
My name is youtube.com/Game Apologist. Yeah. That's me. I like green.
Yeah, I'm a very simple critter. I take no shame in that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get that stuff in there. So anyone in chat, you want to go check out some more fun Sonic content, and you've not yet had the glory of Sam in your life, go check out his channel. I just put up in chat. And yeah,
Thanks for the
thanks
shout
so
out, guys.
much. Well, thank you for being with us, man. We've been wanting you on here for quite a while now.
Yeah, no, it was fun. This was a lot of fun. It's a very relaxed like show, and I really like that about it. It's just a conversation between people. It's great.
We try. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today at Sunset City, and hope you stop back by next week, where we're all going to be live at Fan Jam. We're going to be putting it back one day. We're not going to be doing it on Friday. We're going to do a live show on Saturday. So be sure to join us either in person or on the live stream if you can't make it. But we're going to have a great time with all 4 of us finally in the same room together. And who knows, maybe we'll just grab Sam and embarrass him. It'll be a good time.
Absolutely.
Nah,
Alright, guys.
I'm not going. I don't want to go.
All right. Well, I'm throwing you in the trunk anyways.
Oh, hell yeah. Trunk time.
Oh, my God.